In this class, we're going to go over NECO 2025 mathematics solution. Okay, let's start with the objective question. We are asked to evaluate two whole number 1 over 4 plus 3 whole number 1 over 2 all over 4 whole number 1 over 2 minus 2 whole number 1 over 4. The first step is that you have to change each of these mixed fraction to improper fraction. You understand? So let's start with the numerator. For the numerator, I'm going to have 2 multiplied by 4, that is 8. 8 plus 1, that is 9. So I'm going to have 9 all over 4, okay, plus 3 times 2, that is 6. 6 plus 1, that is 7. So I'm going to have 7 all over 2. This over 4 times 2, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. So I'm going to have 9 all over 2 minus 2 times 4, that is 8. 8 plus 1, that is 9. So I'm going to have minus 9 over 4. Okay, let's deal with the numerator, then we're going to come back to the denominator. The LCM of the numerator, which is 9 over 4 and 7 over 2, is 4. So I'm going to have 4. 4 divided by 4, 1. 1 times 9, that is 9. 4 divided by 2, that is 2. 2 times 7, that is 14. So I'm going to have 14 here, divided by, okay, this division sign that you see here, I put it like this. So what is the LCM of 9 over 2 and 9 over 4? That is 4. Okay. 4 divided by 2, that is what? 2. 2 times 9, that is 18. Okay. 18. 4 divided by 4, that is what? 1. 1 times negative 9, that is minus 9. Okay. So for this, I'm coming. For this, we're going to have 9 plus 14. 9 plus 14 is 23. So you're going to have 23 all over 4 divided by 18 minus 9, that is 9, divided by 9 all over 4. Do you understand? Okay, 23 all over 4 multiplied by 4 over 9, right? So this 4 will divide this 4. The left is what? 23 all over 9. So 23 divided by 9, that will give you 2 whole number 5 over 9. That is the answer. And the first option here, they gave us 51 whole number 3 over 4. The second option is 12 whole number 15 over 16. The third option, 3 whole number 1 over 2. And the fourth option is 2 whole number 5 over 9. The fourth option is the correct option. And the fifth option was given as well, which is 2. So the correct option to this is 2 whole number 5 over 9. Because 23 divided by 9 to mixed fraction, we give you this, okay? So the correct option to that question is option D. Option D is correct. Okay, so let's proceed to question number 2. Evaluate 0.0035 divided by 0.210, leaving your answer in standard form. A, 1.67 times 10 raised to the power of negative 3. B, 1.67 times 10 raised to the power of negative 2. C, 1.67 times 10 raised to the power of negative 1. D, 1.67 times 10 raised to the power of 2. E, 1.67 times 10 raised to the power of 3. Okay, we are asked to evaluate 0.0035 all over 0.210. We are asked to leave our answer in standard form. Okay, now if you want to change this numerator to standard form, 0.0035 equals to 123. So I'm going to have 3.5 times 10 raised to the power of negative 3, because now I'm moving the decimal point towards the right hand side. Are you getting it? So now for the numerator, for the denominator, which is 0.210, if I want to change this to standard form, I'm going to have 1, right? That is 2.1 times 10 raised to the power of negative 1. Now I move this decimal point a single time. Do you understand? Here I move this decimal point 3 times. This is it. 1, 2, 3. The decimal point is here now. That is in between 3 and 5. That's why I have 3.5 times 10 raised to the power of negative 3. Now for this, I move it once. Okay, so I have 2.1. 2.10 is also the same thing as 2.1. You understand? So you didn't have any problem with that. So for this, and if you want to put the 0, you can put it. Now, for this, I'm going to have 3.5 divided by 2.1, okay, times 10 raised to the power of negative 3 times 10 raised to the power of negative 1, right? Okay, now, you know, according to law of indices, if you have a over a raised to the power of 2 all over a raised to the power of 1, this can be written as a raised to the power of 2 minus 1. Do you understand? Okay, So the same thing we are going to use here, because we have 10 raised to the power of negative 3 and 10 raised to the power of negative 1. I can rewrite this as 10 raised to the power of negative 3 plus, are you getting it? Okay, negative 3 minus 1. Do you understand? According to law of indices, if you have a raised to the power of b all over a raised to the power of c, this can be written as a raised to the power of v multiplied by a raised to the power of minus c. Is that not it? And this will give you a raised to the power of b minus c. The same thing I did here. 10 raised to the power of minus 3. 10 raised to the power of minus 3 all over 10 raised to the power of minus 1 can be written as 10 raised to the power of minus 3 multiplied by 10 raised to the power of minus multiplied by minus 1. Do you understand? Because ordinarily 1 over 10 is equals to 10 raised to the power of minus 1. Are you getting it? So the negative sign that it has before and the negative sign that it carries. Are you getting it? So for this, 10 raised to the power of minus 3 plus 1, because minus will have multiplied the negative sign that is here will affect the negative sign that the negative one is that the one is carrying. You understand? So that's why I have this. Okay, so now you divide 3.5 divided by 2.1. That will give you 1.67. So I'm going to have 1.67 multiplied by 10 raised to the power of minus 3 minus 1. Okay, 1.67 times 10 raised to the power of minus 3 plus 1. Abi, 1.67 times 10 raised to the power of minus 2. That is the correct answer. And the correct option to that question is option B. Yes, 1.67 times 10 raised to the power of minus 2. Option B is correct. Do you understand? Evaluate 16 times 7 mod 5. Okay. Now, please pay attention. If you want to perform this operation, first take the product of 16 and 7. 16 times 7 will give you 112. So I'm going to have 112 mod 5, right? Mod 5. Okay. Now divide 112, divide it by 5. So I'm going to have 112 all over 5. That will give us 22 remainder 2. Do you know? So 112 can be written as 2 mod 5. That is, you put the remainder here. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So the correct option to that question, we have option A 2, option B 5, option C 7, option D 12, option E 112. The correct option is option A. Do you understand? And the reason why it is option A is because it is 2 that we have here. Do you understand? And option A is 2. So the correct option is option A. Do you understand? If you want to learn more on modular arithmetic, you can check the link in the description of this video. Do you get it? Okay. For question 4, we are asked to find the determinant of this matrix. Let me draw the matrix on the board. We have 1, 3, 2, 0, 4, 3, 2, minus 5, and 4. We are asked to find the determinant of this matrix. Option A, 3. Option B, 14. Option C, 29. Option D, 33. Option E, 65. Okay, let's solve this and we're going to know the correct option. To find the determinant of 3 by 3 matrix, the first step is that you have to place the sign. Are you getting it? The sign that you're going to place, you are going to place the sign on the first 3, on all the numbers that are present in the row. You understand? On the first row. This is row 1. Are you getting it? You are going to place sign on the numbers that are present in the first row. Are you getting it? The numbers that you're going to place, the sign that you're going to place on them depends on their position. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to learn more on matrices, you can check the link in the description of this video, okay? Click on that link to learn more matrices. So for this, just place the sign plus minus 1 plus minus plus, okay? So for this, I'm going to have 1 multiplied by 4, 3, minus 5, and 4. Minus 3 multiplied by 0, 3, 2, and 4. Then plus 2 multiplied by the determinant of 0, 4, 2, and negative 5. Okay? Perhaps you don't know the meaning of what I'm doing. If you want to find the determinant of 3 by 3 matrix, you first have to place the sign on the numbers that are present in the first row of the matrix. You understand? And the sign that you're going to place on them depends on the position, on their position. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? If you want to learn more matrices, you can always check the link in the description of this video. Okay, now this is how I got this. The numbers, the sign that you place on each element. For example, this is 1, right? Every element, every numbers that is attached to 1, both rows and column, you are going to ignore them. You understand? For example, the numbers that are attached to 1 in the rows are what? 3 and 2, right? And the numbers that are attached to 1 in the column is what? 0 and 2. So you are going to ignore those numbers, and you are going to isolate the numbers that you didn't that is not attached to it. You understand? The number attached to 1 is 3 and 2 in the row segment. The numbers attached to 1 in the column segment is 0 and 2. So you are going to ignore those numbers and isolate the number that that is not attached to 1. That is what? 4, 3 minus 5, 4, 3 minus 5 and 4. That's why I have this. Do you understand? So having done that, you are going to do the same for the second number that is on the first row. You understand? The second number on the first row is what? 3. You are going to ignore every number that is attached to 3 on the row side and the column side. So if I want to do that now, I'm going to, please pay attention. I'm coming. Let me clean this. So, but now we are on 3. The reason why I have this negative, this 3 at the side is because now it is 3 that I'm focusing on now. When I'm focusing on 1, I have 1 outside. Are you getting it? I put the other numbers here. Then when it is next to 3, I put negative 3 because the sign on 3 now is negative. You understand? The sign on 1 is positive. So positive 1 is also the same thing as 1. Are you getting it? So now for 3, you are going to ignore the numbers that is attached to 3 on the rows on the row segment. The numbers attached to 3 are what? 1 and 2. You are going to ignore them. Are you getting it? And you are going to ignore the numbers that is attached to 3 at the column segment. So they are what? 4 and negative 5. You are going to ignore this. So you are left with what? 0, 3, 2, and 4. That's why I have 0, 3, 2, and 4. Do you understand? So I have negative 3 at the outside the determinant. Now for this one, now you're going to have plus 2. You're going to do the same. Do you get it? You're going to have this. Now the meaning of this sign is that it means determinant. You understand? So if you have learned more on how to take determinant of 2 by 2 matrices, you should be able to do this. And if you want to learn that, just watch I've done a comprehensive class on matrices as touching this topic, matrices, as touching this concept, determinant. So just click on the link in those classes and watch the class. Do you understand? So for this, I'm going to have 1 multiplied by 4 times 4 is 16 minus 15 minus 3 multiplied by 0 times 4 is 0. 2 times 3 is what? 6. 0 minus 6. Then plus 2 multiplied by minus 5 times 0, that is 0. Then 0 minus 8. Okay, so 1 multiplied by 16 minus 15, that is what? 31, right? 31 minus 3 multiplied by minus 6 plus 2 multiplied by minus 8. Do you understand? 1 times 31 is what? 31. Minus 3 times minus 6, that is what? Plus 18. Okay, plus 2 times negative 8, that is what? Negative 16. Okay, do you understand what I'm doing? If you didn't understand, that means you are not familiar with matrices. You see, a little bit of further mathematics concept is introduced into basic math now. So there are some topics that you should learn, even though your school may not be offering, you may not learn the concept in your school. Just seek knowledge. This channel is here for you. You can always learn. Okay, so for adventure, if you didn't know matrices before, there is a playlist. There is a playlist on this channel. Click on the playlist and watch as many classes as you can until you get the concept. Do you understand? Okay, now for this one, now 31 plus 18, that is 49. 49 minus 16. 49 minus 16, that is 33. So the correct option is option D. Option D is correct. Option D is the correct option. Find the amount paid by an investor that took a loan of 4,000 naira for 6 months at 12% per annum simple interest. Okay, this topic, don't forget that amount equals to principal plus interest. You understand? Amount equals to principal plus interest. And from the question, the principal is given as 4,000 naira. You understand? The principal is 4,000 naira, and the rate is 12% rate, and the time is 6 months. Now 6 months is equivalent to what? 0.5 years. You understand? 0.5 year. And if you want to calculate the amount, you must get the interest. You understand? Because amount equals to principal plus interest. Principal has been given as 4,000 naira. Now we need to get the interest, and to calculate the interest equals to PRT all over 100. You understand? That is principal times rate times time all over 100, and principal is 4,000 naira multiplied by 0.5 multiplied by 12 all over 100. Are you getting it? Please pay attention to this. If you are given a month, you have to convert to year. Are you getting it? If you are given the time in months, the duration, the period, if you are given it in months, you have to convert to year. So for this, 4,000 is 0.5, that is 2,000. 2,000 times 12, that is 24,000. That is 24,000. 2,400, yes, 24,000. 24,000 all over 100. 24,000 divided by 100, this over this. So I'm left with 240. So the interest is 240 naira. Put the naira, okay? The interest is 240 naira. So amount equals to principal plus interest. Principal is what? 4,000. 4,000 naira plus the interest. The interest is what? 240 naira. So that is 240 naira. So the amount equals to 4,000 naira. Okay, 4,240 naira. 4,240 naira. That is the amount. Let us look at the correct option to that question. We have option A is 240. Option B, 1,440. Option C, 4,240. Option D, 5,440. Option E, 5,500 naira. Now, the correct option to that question is option C, because that is 4,240 naira. Okay, so please pay attention to this. Anytime you are given the time in months, please convert it to year. Do you understand? Then calculate the interest, and don't forget this formula: amount equals to principal plus interest. You understand? So that's it. Now let's look at question number 6. The first term of an arithmetic progression is 36 and the fourth term is 6. Find the common difference. Okay, this one we are given that the first term of an arithmetic progression is 36. So A equals to 36. You know that arithmetic progression is a kind of sequence that have a constant common difference. You understand? That is the difference between each successive term. It differs by a certain number. That number is what is called common difference, and that is what we are asked to calculate. And the nth term of an arithmetic progression is what? Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D, where A is the first term. That is why I write A equals to 36, because from the question we've been given A as 36. Now the fourth term is 6, so T4 equals to 6. The common difference is what we are looking for. To get the common difference, we can get the common difference from the T4 that we are given. Since the nth term of an arithmetic progression is this, A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. So the fourth term, when n is 4, the fourth term will be A plus 4 minus 1 multiplied by D, right? So the fourth term equals to A plus 4 minus 1 is 3. So I'm going to have 3D. Do you understand? Okay. Now the fourth term has been given as 6. Do you get it? So I'm going to have 6 equals to A. A has been given as 36. So I'm going to have 36 plus 3D. Do you understand? To get the value of D, you have to make D the subject of the relation. So I'm going to have 3D equals to 36 minus 6. So 3D equals to 30. Divide both by, that will be 6 minus 36. So that is what? Minus 30. So to get the value of D, you divide both by 3. So I'm going to have this over 3, this over 3. So D equals to minus 10. So the correct option to that question is option B is correct. Do you understand? Option B is negative 10. So the common difference is negative 10. Now let us look at the next question. A fridge bought for 120,000 naira depreciated by 25% in the first year and 20% in the second year. Find its value at the end of the second year. A, 30,000 naira. B, 72,000 naira. C, 90,000 naira. D, 102,000 naira. E, 108,000 naira. Okay. We are given that the fridge was bought at cost price. Okay. The cost price of the fridge, the cost price is 120,000 naira. Okay. Now in the first year, it depreciates. First year, it depreciates at 25%. Then in the second year, it depreciates at 20%. Okay. We are now asked to calculate the value at the end of the second year. Please pay attention. This is the initial price of the fridge. When something depreciates, it reduces in value. Do you know? Now, the reduction in value in percentage is 25%. So, if I want to calculate the amount in which the freezer used to reduce, the amount of reduction in the cost of the freezer, if I want to calculate it, I'm going to multiply 25% by 20, 120,000, right? So, I'm going to have for the first year, for the first year, I'm going to have 25 all over 100 multiplied by 120,000. Do you understand? So that will be what? 1 over 4 times 120,000. Do you get it? So 4 year 1, 4 year 3. So the amount which the cost price of the freezer used to reduce is 30,000. So this is 30,000. In the first year, it reduced by 30,000 naira. The cost price reduced by 30,000 naira. So that means that at the end of the first year, end of the first year, the price of the fridge, will be 120,000 naira minus 30,000 naira. Do you understand? So at the end of the first year, the price of the fridge is that is 90,000 naira. Do you understand? Okay, this is the price of the freezer. This is the price of the fridge at the end of the first year. Now, at the end of the second year also, it still reduced. You understand? It reduced by 20%. So we need to calculate that as well. For second year, I'm going to, okay, let's put it here. For the second year, this cost now, I'm going to take the 20%. You understand? So I'm going to have 20%, 20 over 100 multiplied by 90,000. Do you understand? So for this, I'm going to have 1 over 5 times 90,000. Okay, 5 year 1, 18. So the amount which the fridge used to reduce in the second year is 18,000. You understand? So this is 18,000 naira. So the value of the freezer, you understand? The value of the freezer at the end of the second year will be 90,000 at the end of the second year. End of the second year, the value will be 90,000 naira minus 18,000 naira. Do you understand? So that is 72,000 naira. So the value of the fridge at the end of the second year is 72,000 naira. The correct option to that question is option B. Rationalize 15 plus root 5 all over 4 plus root 5. Okay. Rationalize 15 plus root 5 all over 4 plus root 5. Now listen to me carefully. This topic, this question is coming from a topic known as sword. You understand? And in sword, if you want to rationalize, this is in irrational part. You understand? The denominator consists of an irrational part. So if you want to rationalize this, that means that you have to do something to this sword in such a way that you won't have a square root at the denominator again. You understand? The denominator consists of square root. You understand? We have root 5 at the denominator. So you have to do something to this sword in such a way that at the end of your answer, you won't have square root at the denominator again. That is what we mean by rationalization. You understand? Removal of square root at the denominator of a swordic fraction. You understand? Okay, so if you want to rationalize this, you are going to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. You understand? If you want to learn more on sword, there is a link in the description of this video. Click on that link, watch all the classes, and at the end of the day, you will gain mastery of the topic. Are you getting it? So for this now, if you want to rationalize this, you have to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. The conjugate of the denominator is 4 minus root 5. Okay, this over 4 minus root 5. Okay, by so doing, you are going to rationalize this odd. So for this, I'm going to have 15 plus root 5 multiplied by 4 minus root 5. This over 4 plus root 5 multiplied by 4 minus root 5. Okay, now 15, I'm coming. 15 times 4, that is 60. 60. 15 times minus root 5, that is what? Minus 15 root 5. Plus root 5 times 4, that is what? Plus 5. Okay, plus 4 root 5. Plus root 5 times minus root 5, that is what? Minus root 25. Minus root 25, okay? This all over 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times minus root 5, minus 4 root 5. Then plus root 5 times 4, that is what? Plus 4 root 5. Then plus root 5 times minus root 5, that is what? Minus root 25. Do you understand? Okay. So for this now, I'm going to have 60 minus 15 root 5 plus 4 root 5. 60 minus 11 root 5. Are you getting it? Minus 15 root 5 plus 4 root 5 will give me minus 11 root 5. Now, please pay attention. Minus root 25. The square root of 25 is what? 5. So I'm going to have minus 5 all over 16. Now, minus 4 root 5 plus 4 root 5 will eliminate each other. So I'm going to have, this will cancel. So I'm left with what? 16 minus, now, what is the square root of 25? That is what? 5. Okay. So this will give me 60 minus 5. That is what? 55. 55 minus 11 root 5 all over 16 minus 5. That is 11. Do you understand it to this point? Okay. Now, from that point, we can divide both the numerator. We can divide the numerator by the 11. You understand? So 11 here, okay. 11 multiplied by 5 times, okay, 5 minus root 5 all over 11. This cancel this. So the final answer to this question is 5 minus root 5. That is the correct option. Do you understand? Okay, you see, sword is an important topic in mathematics, and understanding this is crucial to solve this question. Okay, there are rules that guide the topic. So I would advise you, if you didn't understand the topics, check the link in the description of this video, watch the classes. Okay, so the correct option to that question is option A. Option A is correct. Option A is 5 minus root 5. Option B is 4 minus root 5. Option C, 3 minus root 5. Option D, 2 minus root 5 over 5. Option E, 1 minus root 5 over 5. So correct option is option A. Okay, for the next question, that is question number 9. Given two quantities x and y such that when x increases, y decreases, and vice versa, the two quantities are said to be A, directly proportional, B, inversely proportional, C, jointly proportional, D, partially proportional, E, vertically proportional. The correct option to that question is option B, inversely proportional. This question is coming from a topic known as variation. You understand? And in variation, indirect or inverse variation simply means as one quantity increases, the other quantity decreases. And as one quantity decreases, the other quantity increases. You understand? If I'm to write an expression for x and y, I'm going to have something like this. X varies inversely as y. Do you understand? So x equals to k over y. So let's say that x is 1. Let's say that if x increases, you understand, y will decreases. Do you understand? And if y increases, x is what? X will decrease. You understand? So that is indirect variation, inversely proportional. They are inversely proportional to one another. So the correct option is option B. For the next question, we have the universal set U is the set of all integers. Okay. Option B is correct for this. Option B is correct. The universal set U is the set of all integers, and the subset P, Q, and R of U are given as follow. P, okay, this is question on set theory. So universal set U is the set of all integers, and the subset P, Q, and R is given as follow. So this is P. We have P x such that x is greater than 0. Okay, this is for P. Then for Q, we have x such that x is odd, and for R, we have -5 is less than or equals to x is less than or equals to 5. We are asked to find Q intersection R. Q intersection R. Now, before we can find Q intersection R, let us first list out all the elements in P, Q, and R. Do you understand? Since the universal set, listen, the universal set is the set of all integers, both negative and positive. That means that the universal set ranges from negative infinity to positive infinity. Do you understand? That is from negative number. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So, this is the universal set. Now, the element that is going to be present in Q and in P will be x is greater than 0. So, what are the numbers that are greater than 0? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you getting it? To infinity. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Okay, for Q, x such that x is odd. So if x is odd, we can have negative odd number and positive odd number. You understand? So x can be -11, -9. Are you getting it? -7, -5, -3, -3, -1. You know, 1, 2. Oh, sorry, 2 is not part. 1, 3, and so on. You understand? So for R, the element that is going to be present in R will be -5 is less than or equals to x is less than or equals to 5. So the element that are the numbers that are present in R will be -5, -4, -3. Are you getting it? -2, 1, 0. Okay, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You understand? Are you getting it? So these are the elements that is going to be present in R. If you didn't know set theory, I want to improve on set theory, check the link in the description of this video. Okay. Now, having interpret what you have here, now you can now proceed to solve the question. You are looking for Q intersection R. The meaning of intersection here simply means the element that can be found in Q and R. You understand? You are told to write them out. Are you getting it? Write out the element that can be found in set Q and set R. That is what you are looking for. So Q intersection R will be, now -5 is present in Q. So I'm going to have -5. Are you getting it? -4 is not present. -3 is present. -2 is not present. -1 is present. 0 is not part. 1 is part, you know. So 3 is part. 5 is part. You understand? So the Q intersection R is -5, -3, -1, 1, 3, and 5. Okay. Yes, -1, 1, 3, and 5. That is the correct answer. Now let us check the option. Option A, we have 1, 3. Option B, 1, 3, 5. Option C, 0, 1, 3, 5. Option D, -5, -3, -1, 1, 3. Option E, we have -5, -3, -1, 1, 3, 5. The correct option to that question is option E. Option E is correct. Okay. Do you understand? Option E is correct. Now, let's look at the next question. Okay. The next question. Calculate the sum to infinity of a geometric progression whose first term is 2 and the common ratio is 0.5. A, 0.5. B, 1.0. C, 2.0. D 2.5, E 4.0. Okay, we are looking for the sum to infinity of a geometric progression whose first term is 2 and the common ratio is what? 0.5. You know, geometric progression is a kind of progression in which the successive term differs by a constant common ratio. You understand? So we are given the ratio as 0.5 and the first term as 2. The formula for sum to infinity of a geometric progression is a over 1 minus r. Do you understand? A over 1 minus r. So this will be 2 all over 1 minus 0.5. For this, I'm going to have 2 all over 0.5. 0.5 is 1 over 2. So I'm going to have 2 divided by 1 over 2. That is 2 times 2 over 1. That is what? 4. So the correct option to that question is option E, which is 4.0. Do you understand? Okay. Now let us proceed to the next question. Given that set A equals to 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and set B equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, find the numbers of elements that are present in the union of A and B. Okay. We are given that A equals to this 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and 17. And set B equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We are looking for N, A, union B. Do you know the meaning? The meaning of this is that you first have to find A union B, you understand? Then the numbers of elements that are present in the A union B, that is what you are asked to find, you understand? So let us take the union of A and B. A union B simply means you are asked to write out all the elements that are present in both A and B without repetition, you understand? The previous one is intersection. Are you getting it? This one is union. And union simply means writing out all the elements that are present in both A and B without repetition. For example, we have 1 here. We don't have 1 here. So we are going to have 1. 1 is part. Now we have 2 here. We have 2 here. I'm going to take only 1, 2. That is what I mean. I'm going to have 2. What of 3? 3 is common. Even though it is common, I'm going to pick 1. That is 3. 4 is here. 4 is not here. So I'm going to write 4. Because union of a set simply means writing out all the elements in both sets without repetition. You understand? So I'm going to have 4 here also. 5 is part, 6 is part, 7 is part, 8 is part, 9 is part, 10 is part, 11 is part, 12 is part. Oh, 11 is part. 12 is not part of, because 12 cannot be found in any of the sets. You understand? 12 cannot be found in any of the sets. So 12 is not part. What of 13? 13 is here. So I'm going to have 13. What of 14? 14 is not there. 15 is not there. 15, 16 is not there. 17 is there. So I'm going to have 17 here. Do you understand? Okay. So N, A, union B, B equals to, now you're going to count all the elements here. Are you getting it? Do you understand? We're going to count the numbers of the elements that are present here. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You understand? So NA union B is 13. The correct option to that question is option B. Option B is correct. Option A is 12. Option B, 13. Option C, 14. Option D, 15. Option E, 16. The correct option is option B, which is 13. Do you understand? Okay. Let's proceed to the next question. You are asked to simplify 5 root 12 minus 4 root 75 plus 3 root 48. Simplify 5 root 12 minus 4 root 75 plus 3 root 48. Now, listen to me carefully. If you want to simplify this topic is also known as, it's also coming from sword. You understand? Please, if you didn't understand sword, I've done a comprehensive class part. It is in 3 parts. You understand? You can always watch it. Check the link in the description of this class and watch the class. Okay? Now, for this one, 12 can be written as 4 times 3. So I'm going to have 4 times 3 minus 4 multiplied by, now 75 can be written as 15. Oh, sorry. 25 times 3. You understand? So I'm going to have 25 times 3. Then 48 can be written as 16 times 3. So I'm going to have 16 times 3. Do you understand? Okay. For this, I'm going to have 5 multiplied by square root of 4 times square root of 3 minus 4 multiplied by square root of 25 times square root of 3 plus 3 multiplied by square root of 16 times square root of 3. Are you getting it? Okay. Root 4 is what? 2, right? 2 times 5, that is 10. I'm going to have 5 times 2, okay? Times root 3 minus 4. Now, root 25, the square root of 25 is what? 5. So I'm going to have minus 4 times 5 times root 3 plus 3. Now, the square root of 16 is 4. So I'm going to have plus 3 times 4 times root 3. Okay? 5 times 2 is what? 10. So I'm going to have 10 times root 3. That is 10 root 3. 10 root 3 minus 4 times 5 is 20. I'm going to have minus 20 root 3 plus 12 root 3. Okay? Now, because they have the same irrational part, we can add them and subtract them together. Like, we can add them together and we can also subtract them. So, 10 root 3 minus 20 root 3, that is what? Minus 10 root 3 plus 12 root 3. Okay? Minus 10 root 3 plus 12 root 3, that is what? 2 root 3. So, the correct answer is 2 root 3. Let's look at the correct option. The correct option to that question is option D. Option D is correct. That is 2 root 3. Do you understand? Okay, let's look at the next question. If P is directly proportional to Q and inversely proportional to R, find the equation connecting P, Q, and R. Okay, that one is coming on variation. You understand? This question is coming on variation. And the first option here, we have K equals to P squared over QR. Option B, K equals to P squared R all over Q. Option C, we have K equals to QR all over P. Option D, K equals to QP all over R. Option E, K equals to PR all over Q. Okay? This kind of variation is known as joint variation. You understand? P is directly proportional to Q and inversely proportional to R. You understand? Inversely proportional simply means 1 over, are you getting it? And directly proportional equals to, are you getting it? This is direct variation. Inversely proportional, this is 1 over Q. Are you getting it? And 1 over R. So if I want to write a single expression for this, I'm going to have P equals to, I'm going to introduce a proportionality constant. P equals to KQ all over R. Do you understand? Now, it's simple. You are asked to find the equation connecting P, Q, and R. Now, from the option, you can see that they make K the subject of the relation. So, from this expression, from the expression that you have here, you're going to make K the subject of the relation. Are you getting it? So, for this, I'm going to have P equals to KQ all over R. If I want to make K the subject of the formula, I'm going to cross multiply. So, I'm going to have KQ equals to PR equals to PR. So divide both by Q, this over Q and this over Q. So the value of K equals to PR all over Q. Do you understand? Okay. So from the question, we are told P is directly proportional. You understand? This is directly proportional. This is inversely proportional. Are you getting it? So a single expression for P will be this. And if you want to change these variation signs to equals to sign, you have to introduce a proportionality constant. The goal of the proportionality constant is to tell the degree of variation that exists between the variable that you are dealing with. You understand? So it is this constant you are going to make the subject of the formula. So K will be equals to PR all over Q. Let us check the correct option in that question. The correct option is option E. You understand? The correct option is option E. That is PR all over Q. Okay. Let us look at the next question. The length of a classroom window was measured as 400 centimeters. Okay, look at that question. The length of a classroom window was measured as 400 centimeters. Find the percentage error if the actual length is 399.5 centimeters. Okay, please pay attention. Percentage error is equals to error over actual value. Error over actual value multiplied by 100. This is the formula for percentage error. Do you understand? Percentage error is equals to error all over actual value multiplied by 100. Now, to get the error, listen to me. Listen. To get the error, we've been given in the question that the length was measured as 400 centimeter instead of 399.5 centimeter. So the actual measurement, which is the actual value, the actual measurement is what? 399.5 centimeter. Now, the actual value is 399.5 centimeter. Now, this length, the real value, this is the real value, you understand? Now, when they made mistake, they measured this length as 400 centimeters. So, the actual value of the length is what? 399.5 centimeters. You get it? Now, there is a mistake in the measurement, so they ends up being measured. They ends up measuring 400 centimeters. So the percentage error equals to error. To get the error now, it will be the difference between this and this. You understand? So I'm going to have 400 minus 399.5 centimeters all over the actual value. The actual value is the measurement of that window itself. So that will be what? 399.5 centimeter times 100. Okay, this will cancel this. So I'm going to have 400 minus 399.5. That is what? 0.5. 0.5 all over 399.5 times 100. Okay, 0.5 divided by 399.5. That is times 100. For this, I'm going to have 50. 50 over 399.5, right? Because 0.5 times 100 is what? 50. 50 divided by 399.5, that is 0.125. 0.125%, okay? So the correct option to that question, is 0.125. Do you understand? That is option A. Option A is correct. 0.125. That is the percentage error. You can see that it's simple. You just have to pay attention to the details of the question. Do you understand? Master this formula. Percentage error equals to error over actual value times 100. Okay? The error is the difference between the length that was mistaken. You understand? The wrong measurement. Are you getting it? And the actual measurement. You understand? So divided by that will give you the error. Divided by the actual value. The actual value is the actual length of the window. Are you getting it? Times 100. Are you getting it? Because percentage is expressed in 100. Okay, so that is the solution to that question. Let us proceed to the next question. Solve the equation x raised to the power of 5 equals to 1 over 32. X raised to the power of 5 equals to 1 over 32. Okay. Now, please pay attention. 1 can be written as 1 over 5. I mean 1 raised to the power of 5, right? And 32 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 5. Because 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, right? 16 times 2 is what? 32. So that means that I can write this as x raised to the power of 5 equals to 1 raised to the power of 5 all over 2 raised to the power of 5. Are you getting it? X raised to the power of 5 equals to 1 over 2 raised to the power of 5. Do you understand? Now listen to me carefully. Listen. According to law of indices, a raised to the power of b all over c raised to the power of b can be written as a over c raised to the power of b. Do you understand? So it is that law that I use here. Do you get it? So with respect to what we have here, x will be equals to 1 over 2. Do you understand? So the correct option to that question is option D. Are you getting it? Because according to law of indices, x raised to the power of b equals to x raised to the power of c, means that b equals to c. The power will be equal if the base are equal. Are you getting it? So if the power is also equal, for example, a raised to the power of b equals to b raised to c raised to the power of b, that will be what? A equals to c. So if the power is equal, for example, we have x raised to the power of 5 here, and we raise 1 over 2 to the power of 5. That means that x will be equals to 1 over 2. Do you understand? Okay, so the solution to that question is 1 over 2. The correct option is option D. Option A is 1 minus 5. Option B minus 2. Option C 1 over 5. Option D 1 over 2. Option E 5. The correct option is 1 over 2. Do you understand? Okay, let's look at the next question. Evaluate log 8 base 5. Okay, log 8 base 5 plus log 9 base 5 minus log 2 base 5. We are asked to evaluate this. Okay. Now, according to law of logarithm, log a base b plus log c base b is equals to log ac base b. You understand? And so for this, please pay attention. For this, I'm going to have log 8 times 9 base 5. Do you understand? Because according to the law of logarithm, the sum of a log is the product of that log. Are you getting it? Now, according to law of logarithm again, the difference of a log a minus log c, log a minus log c. Okay, let's put base b. That will be what? Log a over c base b. Do you understand? Log a minus log c is equals to log a over c base b. So that means that, please pay attention. Do you get it? Do you know what I did? Log 8 plus log 9 base 5 can be written as log 8 times 9. Now, the minus here we change to division. You understand? Those are basic laws of logarithm. So, if you didn't understand that, you've got to learn it. Check the link in the description of this video. Do you get it? Okay, so 2 year 1, 2 year 4. 4 times 9 is what? 36. So, I have log 36 base 5. Log 36 base 5. Now, 36 can be written as 6 raised to the power of 2, you know. So I'm going to have log 6 raised to the power of 2 base 5 will be equals to, now, the log of a power is the product of that power and the log, right? That is, if you have log a raised to the power of c base b, this is equals to c log a base b. Do you understand? So the same thing I'm going to do here. I'm going to have 2 log 6 base 5. Now, let us look at the correct option. Option A, we have 2 log 2 base 5. Option B, 2 log 3 base 5. Option C, 2 log 6 base 5. Option D, 2 log 7 base 5. Option E, 2 log 9 base 5. The correct option is 2 log 6 base 5. Option C is correct. Do you understand how I solved this question? Do you understand? Listen to the explanation again. The sum of a log is the product of that log. So if I have log 8 base 5 plus log 9 base 5, it can be written as log 8 times 9 base 5. You understand? And because I have minus here, I'm going to divide it by 2. You get it? So I have divided by 2 here. Do you understand? So 2 here 1, 2 here 2, 8 divided by 2, that is 4. 4 times 9 is 36. 36 can be written as 6 raised to the power of 2. So I replace 36 as 6 raised to the power of 2. And according to laws of logarithm, the log of a power is the product of that power and the log. So these two will multiply the log 6 base 5. So that's why I have this. And the correct option to that question is option C. Okay, let's look at the next question. If A equals to, okay, let me write it on the board. If A equals to 2, 3, 1, 2, and B equals to 1, 0, 1, negative 1, find A plus 3B. Okay, A plus 3B. A is given as this matrix and B is given as this matrix. So we can always add A plus 3B will be 2, 3, 1, 2 plus 3 multiplied by B. B is what? 1, 0, 1 minus 1. Do you understand? Okay, for this I'm going to have 2, 3, 1, 2 plus, now I'm going to use 3 to multiply all the numbers that are present inside the matrix B. Do you understand? That is the meaning of 3B. 3B simply means use 3 to multiply all the numbers that are present in matrix B. So I'm going to have 3 times 1, that is what? 3. 3 times 0, that is 0. 3 times 1, that is 3. 3 times negative 1, that is what? Minus 3. Okay? Now we can sum these two matrices together. For this, I'm going to have 2 plus 3. That is, you are going to add up the corresponding elements of both matrices. You understand? Okay, the elements that are in the same position, the numbers that are in the same position, you're going to add them together. So for this, I'm going to have 2 plus 3, 3 plus 0, 1 plus 3, 2 plus minus 3. Do you understand? Okay, So the answers to this will be 2 plus 3 is what? 5. 5. 3 plus 0, 3. 1 plus 3, 4. 2 plus minus 3, that is what? 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is what? Minus 1. So the correct option to that question is option A is correct. Do you understand? Option A is correct. Now let's look at question number 19. Find the quadratic equation whose roots are minus 5 and 3 over 2. The root is given as minus 5 and 3 over 2. Now, to get the quadratic equation whose roots are this, let us equate a variable equals to both roots. You understand? Let us use x. Let's use x as the variable. Let x equals to negative 5 and x equals to what? 3 over 2. So I'm going to have x plus 5 equals to 0. Then 2x equals to 3. Do you know what I did? I just cross multiply. 2 times x, that is 2x. 3 times 1, that is what? 3. So 2x equals to 3. So for this, I'm going to have x plus 5 equals to 0. 2x minus 3 equals to 0 as well. Now we are going to take the product of this and this to get the quadratic equation. Do you understand? So I'm going to have x plus 5 multiplied by 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Do you understand? X multiplied by 2x minus 3 plus 5 multiplied by 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Do you understand? X times 2x, that is 2x squared. X times minus 3, that is what? Minus 3x. Plus 5 times 2x, that is what? Plus 10x. Plus 5 times negative 3, that is what? Minus 15. This is equals to what? 0. Do you get it? Okay. 2x squared minus 3x plus 10x, that is what? Plus 7x minus 15 equals to 0. Okay. So the first option says 2x squared minus 7x minus 15. That is not correct. The second option, 2x squared plus 7x minus 15. That is the correct option. Option C, 2x squared minus 10x minus 8. Incorrect. Option D, 2x squared plus 10x minus 8. Incorrect. 2x squared minus 7x plus 5. Option E. Option E also is not correct. The correct option is option B. Okay. So let's proceed to the next question. If x minus 3 is one of the factors of x squared plus 14x minus 51, find the other factor. Okay. Please pay attention. If x minus 3 is a factor of this quadratic equation x squared plus 14x minus 51. Find the other factor. Now, if you divide this by this, you are going to get the other factor. Are you getting it? So let us make use of long division method. Okay, we're going to have this x squared plus 14 minus 51. And we're going to have the divisor x minus 3. Okay, x divided by x squared. We're going to have x, right? X. Are you getting it? X. Okay, let me put plus 14x. Are you getting it? Let's put plus 14x minus 51. X times x, that is what? X squared. X times minus 3, that is what? Minus 3x, right? Long division method. X minus x squared, that is what? 0. 14x minus 3x, that is what? 17x. So I'm going to have plus 17x. Then you bring this one, you bring it down, minus 51. Do you understand? Okay. So you are still going to repeat the same process. X divided by 17x, that is what? Plus 17. Plus 17. Use this 17 to multiply this. 17 times x, that is what? 17x. I'm going to have 17x. 17 times negative 3, that is what? Minus 51. Okay. So subtract this from this. 17x minus 17x, that is 0. Minus 51 minus 51, that is what? Minus 51 plus 51, that is what? Also 0. So the correct answer is x plus 17. The other factor is x plus 17. So let's look at the correct option. The correct option to that question is option B. Option B is correct. Okay. And if you don't want to use long division method, since you know that since you have negative 3 in this place, just find a number that if you multiply it by negative 3, you are going to have negative 51. And if you add it to negative 3, you are going to have plus 14. You understand? The number is 17. 17 times negative 3 will give you negative 51. And 17 plus minus 3 will give you 17 minus 3. That is what? 14. Do you understand? So that number you are going to add the variable x to it. That will give you x plus 17. Do you understand? Okay, so that is the two approach that you can. If you want to learn more on long division method and also polynomial equation, just check the link in the description of this video. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. Solve x minus 6 over 3 equals to x minus 4 over 4. We are asked to solve x minus 6 over 3 equals to x minus 4 over 4. Okay, to solve this question, all you have to do is that cross multiply first. I'm going to have 4 multiplied by x minus 6 equals to 3 multiplied by x minus 4. Do you understand? 4 times x is what? 4x. 4 times negative 6, that is what? Negative 24 equals to 3 times x, that is what? 3x. 3 times negative 4, that is what? Minus 12. Do you understand? 4x minus 3x equals to what? Negative 12 plus 24. Do you understand? I just collect like terms, taking 3x to the left hand side and taking negative 24 to the right hand side. So I have this 4x minus 3x will give me x. X equals to negative 24 plus 24. I mean negative 12 plus 24. That is what? 12. So the correct option to that question is option C. That is 12. Okay. The next question we have, factorize 4y squared. 4y squared minus 144. We are asked to factorize 4y squared minus 144. Okay, to do this, please pay attention. To do this, I can rewrite 4y squared. 4y squared we can write as 2y raised to the power of 2. Do you know? And 144 can be written as 12 raised to the power of 2. Do you understand? So I'm going to have 2y squared minus 12 raised to the power of 2. 2y raised to the power of 2 minus 12 raised to the power of 2. Are you getting it? Now, from this point, use the difference of 2 squared. A squared minus b squared equals to a minus b, a plus b. Hence, 2y squared minus 12 squared, 2y raised to the power of 2 minus 12 raised to the power of 2 can be written as 2y minus 12, then 2y plus 12. Do you understand? Okay, let us check the correct option. The correct option to that question, we didn't have the, listen to me. The first option is 4y minus 12, 4y minus 12. That is not correct. 2y minus 12, 2y minus 12. That is not correct. 4 multiplied by y plus 6, y minus 6. That is not correct. 4 multiplied by y minus 6, y minus 6. That is not correct. The correct option is option E. Now, I'm going to show you how they arrive at that option. You understand? You know that this is what we factorize our expression as 2y minus 12, 2y plus 12. In the option E, they take 2 out. You understand? They factorize out 2. You know that 2 is common to every entity, every parameters, every element that are present inside this bracket. So they factorize 2. Are you getting it? So if I want to write it, I'm going to have 2 multiplied by y minus 6 multiplied by y plus 6. Do you understand? So that's how they did that. Y plus 6, y minus 6. Are you getting it? That's correct. The correct option is option E. Do you understand? Whether you put y plus 6 first or y minus 6 first, it doesn't affect the expansion. If you expand this, you are going to have 4y squared minus 144. Do you understand? Okay, that is the solution to that question. Solve the following equations simultaneously. 5 raised to the power of x plus 2y equals to 1. 3 raised to the power of 2x plus y equals to 27. Okay. 5 raised to the power of x plus 2y equals to 1. Then 3 raised to the power of 2x plus y equals to 27. Okay, how can we solve this equation simultaneously? Don't forget that 1 can be written as 5 raised to the power of 0, because if you raise any numbers to the power of 0, you are going to have 1. Do you understand? So from equation 1, from the first equation, 5 raised to the power of x plus 2y equals to 1. I'm going to have 5 raised to the power of x plus 2y equals to 5 raised to the power of 0. So since the base are equal, that means that their power is going to be equal. Hence, I can equate x plus 2y equals to 0. So I'm going to have x plus 2y equals to 0. Call this one equation 1. From the second equation that you are given, 3 raised to the power of 2x plus y equals to 27. Don't forget that 27 can be written as 3 raised to the power of 3, okay? Because 3 to the power of 3 is 3 times 3 times 3. That is 27. So I'm going to have 3 raised to the power of 2x plus y equals to 3 to the power of 3. Are you getting it? Okay, since their base are equal, I can equate the power. Do you understand? So I'm going to have 2x plus y equals to 3. Call this one equation 2, okay? So we can solve this equation simultaneously. Combine equation 1 and 2. Equation 1 is x plus 2y equals to 0. Y equation 2 is what? 2x plus y equals to 3. From equation 1, x is equals to what? 2y. Because I'm going to take this to the other side. I make x the subject of the formula. So this is equation 1, this is equation 2. From equation 1, x equals to 2y. Are you getting it? So substitute the value of 2y into, x equals to minus 2y. Sorry. Equation 1 is x plus 2y equals to 0. X is equals to minus 2y. Now, substitute the value of negative 2y as x into equation 2. Equation 2 is 2x plus y equals to 3. So when x equals to minus 2y, I'm going to have 2 multiplied by minus 2y plus y equals to 3. Do you understand? 2 times negative 2y, that is what? Minus 4y plus y equals to 3. Okay? So minus 4y plus y, that is what? Minus 3. I'm going to have minus 3y equals to what? 3. So to get the value of y, divide both by what? Minus 3. So y equals to what? Minus 1. Okay? If y is minus 1, since x equals to minus 2y, that means that x will be equals to minus 2 multiplied by minus 1. Do you understand? So x equals to 2. So the value of x and y equals to 2, minus 1. Do you understand? Okay, let's look at the correct option. The first option there is x is minus 1 over 2, y is minus 1. That's the first option. The second option, which is option B, we have x equals to 1, y equals to minus 1 over 2. That is also not correct. Option C, x equals to 2, y equals to minus 1. That is the correct option. Option D, x equals to minus 2, y equals to 1. Option E, x equals to minus 1, y equals to 1. The correct option is option C, x equals to 2, y equals to minus 1. Option C is correct, okay? Now for the next question we have, make B the subject of the formula if D equals to the square root of AB over C minus C squared B. Okay, we are asked to make B the subject of the formula. Make B the subject of the formula. Now, how do we make B the subject of the formula in this equation? The first step is that you have to eliminate the square root, okay? So, and if you want to eliminate the square root, you have to take the square of both sides. So, I'm going to have this squared and all this squared, okay? So, this squared is equals to AB all over C equals to minus C squared B. Are you getting it? Now, the next step is that you have to take the LCM. Do you understand? So, the LCM here, the LCM of the left-hand side, the right-hand side will be C, right? So, I'm going to have, okay, C divided by C is what? 1. 1 times AB, that is what? AB. AB. Now, C, please pay attention. C divided by 1 is what? C. C times minus C squared B. That is what? Minus C raised to the power of 3B. Do you understand? Okay, the next step is to cross multiply. So, you're going to have D squared, okay, CD squared equals to AB minus C raised to the power of 3B. You get it? Don't forget that the goal is to make B the subject of the formula. Okay, by transposition, I'm going to have AB minus C raised to the power of 3B equals to what? CD squared. Okay, now B is common to this. B is common to this. I can take B out. I'm going to have B into bracket A minus C raised to the power of 3 equals to CD squared. Okay, To get the value of b, divide both sides by a minus c raised to the power of 3. This over a minus c raised to the power of 3. b equals to cd squared all over a minus c raised to the power of 3. Do you understand? So the correct option to that question is option A. Option A is correct. Do you get it? Okay, so we are done with that question. Let's look at the next question. Consider the statement. P represents Bayo is a footballer. Q represents Bayo scored a goal. Which of the following options interpret Bayo is a mechanic if and only if Bayo did not score a goal? Okay, let me write the options out. We have A. Option A is negation P if and only if negation Q. Option B, we have negation P if Q. Option C, we have P if Q. Option D, we have P if and only if negation Q. Then option E, we have P if and only if Q. Now listen to me carefully. This question is coming from a topic known as logical reasoning. You understand? In logical reasoning, there is something called negation. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? The negation of a statement is the opposite of that statement. For example, if I said, I am teaching, the negation of that statement is, I am not teaching. Are you getting it? Do you understand it now? So, now, let's look at that statement. Bayo is a footballer. The negation of Bayo is a footballer is what? Bayo is not a footballer. Bayo can be any other thing. It can be a mechanic, it can be a teacher, it can be, are you getting it? But he is not a footballer. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So that means that Bayo is a mechanic is the negation of the previous statement. Are you getting it? That is negation P. Because we are asked to interpret Bayo is a mechanic if and only if Bayo did not score a goal. Are you getting it? So that means that if Bayo is a mechanic, that means Bayo is not a footballer. Do you understand? And if Bayo is not a footballer, that means that we are negating the other statement that was given to us, which is what? Bayo is a footballer. Do you understand? I know I am a bit fast. You can reduce the speed by yourself. Are you getting it? By using YouTube setting. Do you understand? So you can reduce the speed by yourself. I know I'm a bit fast on the explanation of this past question. Are you getting it? So you can reduce the speed by yourself. Are you getting it? So now, since P represents Bayo is a footballer, now we are asked to interpret Bayo is a mechanic. That means that we are negating P. You understand? So for the first statement, for the first part of the statement, I'm going to have negation P. Do you understand? Because now Bayo is a mechanic. If and only if, the sign for biconditional statement is this: if and only if. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So if and only if Bayo did not score a goal. If Bayo did not score a goal, that means that we are negating Q. You understand? Because Q represents Bayo scored a goal. So if Bayo did not score a goal, that means that we are going to have negation Q. So I'm going to have negation Q. The correct option to that question is option A. Option A is correct. That is, Bayo is a mechanic. Bayo is not a footballer. If and only if Bayo did not score a goal. Do you understand it now? If you want to learn more on logical reasoning, you can check the link in the description of this class. I've done a series of class on all these topics. You understand? Just check the link. You're going to find as many topics as you want to learn. You're going to find their links in the description of the class. And you can also check the comment section. Okay. Now we are done with that question. The correct option is option A. For question 26, which of the following options represents the number line? Okay, let me draw the number line. This is the number line. We have -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, this is the number line. So we have this. We have this. Now, we are asked to interpret this number line. That is what we are asked to do. You understand? So option A, we have -6 is less than x, less than or equals to 1. Option B, -4 is less than or equals to x, less than 1. Option C, -6 is less than or equals to x, less than or equals to 1. Option D, 1 is less than x, x is greater than -6. Option E, 1 is less than x, less than -6. Okay, With respect to what we have here, which option is correct? If I want to interpret this number line, please pay attention. If I want to interpret this number line, okay, let me put X. If you want to interpret this number line, do you know that this part is not shaded? You understand? That means that, please pay attention. -6. Are you getting it? Now, this part is not shaded. That means that X is greater than -6. You understand? That is, -6 is less than X. If -6 is less than X, X is what? X is greater than what? -6. That is the first part. Okay? For the second part, which is this. We have 1 here. For this one, 1 is less greater than or equals to X. That means that X is less than or equals to 1. Do you understand? The reason why we have less than or equals to is because this part is shaded. Are you getting it? If you want to learn more on inequality, this one is called number line inequality. Are you getting it? So check the link in the description of this class. So the first part, which is here, is X is greater than -6. And the second part is what? X is less than or equals to 1. Now, if you want to combine this in your inequality, you are going to have -6. Are you getting it? -6 is less than X. X is less than or equals to 1. Are you getting it? So the correct option, let's check the correct option. The correct option to that question is option A. Option A is correct. Option A says -6 is less than X. X is less than or equals to 1. Do you understand? Okay. So that is the solution to that question. Let us proceed to the next question. If 6m minus n all over m plus 2n equals to 2, find m over n. Okay. If you want to solve this question, please pay attention. The first step is that cross multiply. Are you getting it? So I'm going to have 6m plus n, 6m minus n multiplied by 1. I'm going to have 6m minus n equals to 2 multiplied by m plus 2n. Do you get it? Okay. You then open the bracket. You open the parentheses using the 2. I'm going to have 2 times m is 2m. 2 times plus 2n. That is what? Plus 4n. 6m minus n. Are you getting it? Then, having gotten to this point, the next step is that you collect like terms. Are you getting it? So that means that this 2m is going to crosses the equals to signs to the left hand side. I'm going to have 6m minus 2m. Then I'm going to have 4n. This negative n is going to cross the equals to sign to the right hand side. Is going to change to positive. So I'm going to have plus n. 6m minus 2n, that is what? 4m. 4m equals to 4n plus n. That is what? 5n. Don't forget the goals. The goals is to find m over n. M over n. So you are going to divide both sides by n. This over n and this over n. I'm left with what? I'm going to have 4m all over n equals to 5. Now, don't forget the goals. The goals is to find m over n, right? The reason why I divide by n is because I know what I want. What I want is m over n. Assuming I'm asked to find n over m, I'm going to divide both sides by m. Do you understand? If I'm asked to find m and n over m, I'm going to divide both sides by m. Now, what I'm looking for is what? M over n. So that's why I divide both sides by n. Now, having gotten to this point, you are still going to divide both sides by 4 to eliminate the 4 at the coefficient of m here. So you are going to have this over 4, this over 4. So this 4 is going to eliminate what you have here. So at the left hand side, you are going to have m over n equals to what? 5 over 4. So the correct option to that question is option D. Option D is correct. That is 5 over 4. And you can also do it another way. You can do this in another way. You see, another method to do this is this. Since you've been given that 6m minus n all over m plus 2n equals to 2, 2 can be written as what? 2 over 1, right? Now, equate the numerator to 2 and equate the denominator to 1. Then solve it simultaneously. Are you getting it? You're going to get the value of m as 5 and n as 4. Are you getting it? So you didn't have any problem with that. But this is what I'm trying to say. If 6m minus n equals to 2, equate it. 6m minus n equals to 2. Then for the denominator, you're going to have m plus 2n equals to 1. Then you solve it equation simultaneously. You're going to have m equals to 5 and n equals to 4. Do you understand? So another method to do that is that. Okay, for the next question, for what value of x, find the values of x for which the expression 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 over 4x squared minus 196 is undefined. Okay, 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals to, all over 4x raised to the power of 2 minus 196 is undefined. For what value of x is the expression undefined? Now, if an expression will be undefined, that means that the denominator must be equals to 0. Do you understand? Listen again. For an expression to be undefined, the denominator must be equals to 0. That means that I'm going to set the denominator of this fraction to be equals to 0. That is why if you punch this in your calculator, maybe 1 over 0, 1 over 0 is undefined. Do you understand? So if you want to find the values of x for which this fraction will be undefined, you are going to set the denominator equals to 0. The value of x that makes the denominator equals to 0 is that value of x that will make the expression to be undefined. Do you understand? So let's set the denominator equals to 0. The denominator here is what? 4x squared minus 196. I'm going to have 4x squared minus 196 equals to 0. 4x squared equals to 196, right? Because the negative sign is going to change having crossed the equals to sign. Divide both by 4, this over 4 and this over 4. That is 49. So I'm going to have x squared equals to 49. Take the square root of both sides. I'm going to have x equals to plus or minus 7. So the value of x that will make this expression to be undefined is plus or minus 7. You will discover that if you substitute the value of x as plus or minus 7, you are going to have the denominator as 0. Do you understand? So the correct option to that question is option C. Option C is correct. Option C is correct. Okay, let us proceed to the next question. Emeka and Bimbo ages were added up to be 28 years. 5 years ago, Emeka was twice as old as Bimbo. Find their present ages. Okay. Option A, 16, 12. B, 17, 11. Option C, 18, 10. Option D, 20, 8. Option E, 22, 6. Okay. The sum of Emeka age and Bimbo ages were added up to, the sum of their age is what? 28 years. So let Emeka age the x and let Bimbo age the y. You understand? So x plus y equals to 28. Are you getting it? That is the first statement. The sum of their age is 28. That is, Emeka ages and Bimbo ages were added up to 28. The meaning of that statement is this. Now, from the second statement, 5 years ago simply means that their present age minus 5. You understand? That is meaning of 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, Emeka age was twice as old as Bimbo. So 5 years ago, x minus 5 equals to 2 multiplied by y minus 5. Are you getting it? 5 years ago simply means their present age minus 5. And we've already represented Emeka present age as x and Bimbo present age as y. So their present age is, the sum of their present age is 28. 5 years ago, Emeka age was twice as old. Emeka is twice as old as Bimbo. That is that expression. 5 years ago. 5 years ago will be x minus 5 and y minus 5. So 5 years ago, Emeka age is 2 times Bimbo age. Do you understand? So with respect to what we have on the board, we are going to have a simultaneous equation. The first equation is this, and the second equation, we're going to simplify this. X minus 5 equals to 2y minus 10 because you use 2 to open the parentheses. So I'm going to have x minus 5. Okay, let's like times. X minus 2y equals to what? Minus 10 plus 5. Okay, x minus 2y equals to what? Minus 5. Do you understand? Okay, now having gotten to this point, this is what? Equation 2. Combine equation 1 and 2. Equation 1 is x plus y equals to 28. And equation 2 is x minus 2y equals to minus 5. Equation 1, equation 2. Now subtract equation 2 from equation 1. What are you going to have? Equation 2 minus equation 1 will be x minus x. X minus x is what? 0. Plus y minus 3y. Plus y minus 2. Oh, sorry. Plus y minus 2y. That is what? Plus 3y. I'm going to have 3y equals to 28 minus 5. That is what? 28 plus 5. 28 plus 5 is 3. So to get the value of y, you divide both sides by what? By 3. So y equals to 11. Now, the value of Bimbo age is 11. Now, to get Emeka age, don't forget that the sum of their age is 28. So x plus y equals to 28. X equals to 28 minus y. X equals to 28 minus 11 because y is now 11, right? So I'm going to have x equals to 17. Hence, please pay attention. So therefore, Emeka age is 17, while Bimbo age is 11. The correct option to that question is option B. Option B is correct. That is 17 and 11. Do you understand? Okay. Let's look at the next question. What must be added to y squared minus 7y to make the expression a perfect squared? What must be added to y squared minus 7y to make it a perfect squared? You see, please listen, pay attention. This one that you see on the board is a quadratic equation. Are you getting it? And any quadratic equation that will be a perfect squared must obey this rule. B squared equals to 4AC. B squared. Any quadratic equation that will be a perfect squared must obey this rule. B squared must be equals to 4AC. That is, the square of the second term in the quadratic equation must be equals to the product of 4 and the first term and the third term of that quadratic equation. Are you getting it? See here that you see here is the third term, which is the constant term. A is the coefficient of the highest power. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? The coefficient of the variable that has the highest power in the quadratic equation is A, and B is the second term. The second term is the coefficient of y. And if you look at this quadratic equation, A is equals to 1, B is equals to what? Minus 7, and C is what we are looking for. Do you understand? Okay. Now, to get the value of C, all you have to do is that just substitute the value of A and B into this. Now, B is negative 7. I'm going to have negative 7 raised to the power of 2 equals to 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by C. Negative 7 to the power of 2 is what? 49. 49 equals to what? 4 times C, 4C, right? So, divide by 4. This over 4 and this over 4. So, C equals to 49 all over 4. Solve the equation 5 multiplied by y plus 2, negative 2 multiplied by 3y minus 5 equals to 4. Okay, 5 multiplied by y plus 2 minus 2 multiplied by 3y minus 5 equals to 4. Okay, how can we solve this equation? Well, to do that, open the parentheses using the number that is outside the bracket. Okay, so I'm going to have 5 times y. That is what? 5y plus 10 minus 6y plus 10 equals to what? 4. Do you understand? Oh, equals to 4. Okay. Now, having gotten to this point, the next step is that you collect like terms. 5y minus 6y, that is minus y. I'm going to have minus y equals to 4 minus 10 minus 10 u. Okay. The next step is that minus y equals to 4 minus 20 minus y equals to 4 minus 20 will give you negative 16. So you have to start by minus 1. Y equals to 16. So the correct option to that question is option D. Option D is correct. Do you understand? Okay, for the next question, we have what is the range of values of x for the line graph? Okay, I'm going to draw the graph on the board. Please kindly pay attention. This is the graph. This is the line graph. We have something like this. Then we have 0, minus 1, 0, and 2. Okay? Now, what is the range of values of x for the line graph? A, negative 1 is less than or equals to x, less than 2. B, negative 1 is less than x, greater than 2. C, negative 1 is less than x, greater than or equals to 2. D, x is less than negative 1 or x is greater than or equals to 2. E, negative 1 is less than x, x is greater than or equals to 2. Okay, now let us interpret the line graph. The meaning of this statement, listen, okay, let me separate it. Pay attention. I have negative 1 here, then I have something like this. The meaning of this is that x is less than negative 1. Do you understand? Or negative 1 is greater than x. Do you understand it now? If x is less than negative 1, that means that negative 1 is what? Greater than x. For example, if I said 2 is greater than 1. If 2 is greater than 1, that means that 1 is less than 2, right? Yes. So, on the contrary, if x is less than negative 1, negative 1 is greater than x. Now, let us interpret the second one also. The second one, which is, let me draw it out. We have something like this. We have 2. Now, because this place was painted, that means that we're going to have the sign is going to carry equals to sign. Okay, and the arrow pointed towards this axis. That means that x is greater than 2. You understand? And because this place is painted, we're going to have equals to sign. So this one will be x is greater than or equals to 2. Do you understand? Or 2 is less than or equals to x. Are you getting it? So if you want to combine this inequality, you're going to have minus 1 is greater than x, x is greater than or equals to 2. Do you understand? You understand? Okay, now let us look at the correct option. The correct option to that question is, okay, option D is correct because that one explains it. For option D, we discover that this is the first part, x is less than minus 1 or x is greater than or equals to 2. Do you understand? Option, they didn't combine it. You know, here I merge both the inequality together. It is possible to merge 2 or more inequality together. You understand? Are you getting it? So here I merge both inequality together. That's why I arrive at this. But in the option, the correct option, they didn't state it like that. So it is very, very important that you master the concept very well. And if you want to learn more on each of the topic that I'm solving, you want to learn more on each of the topic of the question that I'm solving, you can always check the description of this video. Okay, I've done series of questions on it. So for this, they didn't merge it. They didn't merge this inequality together. So they put it separately. And the correct option is option D. Option D is the correct option. That is, x is less than negative 1, x is greater than or equals to 2. Do you understand? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. If A equals to negative 4, B equals to 6, and C equals to minus 3, find the value of 3AC over B squared minus C squared. Okay, we are given that A equals to negative 4, B equals to 6, C equals to minus 3. Okay, how can we evaluate? We are asked to find the value of 3AC all over B squared minus C squared. All you have to do is that just substitute the value of A, B, C as negative 4, 6, and negative 3 into this respectively. Do you understand? So I'm going to have 3 multiplied by A. A is minus 4. 3 multiplied by minus 4 multiplied by minus 3, because now C is what? Minus 3, all over B squared. B is 6, so I'm going to have 6 squared minus, now C is negative 3, I'm going to have minus 3 squared. We are simplified. Minus 4 times minus 3, that is 12. 12 times 3, that is 36. 36 all over negative 3 squared is 9. I'm going to have 36 minus 9, right? Because C squared is 36. Okay? 36 all over 27. Reduce this to the BRS minimum. I'm going to have 4 over 3. Now, in the option, we didn't have 4 over 3, so we're going to change this to mixed fraction. 4 over 3 to mixed fraction will be 1 whole number 1 over 3. So the correct option to this question is option A. Do you understand? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. If the volume of a rectangular based pyramid is 60 centimeter cube and its base area is 18 centimeters squared, calculate the height of the pyramid. Okay, don't forget that the formula of a pyramid is equals to 1 over 3 multiplied by base area, the base area times height. This is the formula for a pyramid. 1 over 3 times base area times height. Now, the volume of a pyramid is this. The volume of a pyramid, V equals to 1 over 3 BH. So, the volume has been given as 60 centimeter cube, equals to, the base area has been given as 18. The volume is what? 60 centimeter cube. The base area is what? 18 centimeter squared. We are looking for the height. So, volume, which is 60, equals to 18 multiplied by the height. The height is what you are looking for, all over 3. Do you understand? So, 3 here 1, 3 here 6. Do you understand? So, I'm going to have 60 equals to 6 times h. To get the value of h, divide both by 6. H equals to 10. So, since the volume is in centimeter cube and the base is in centimeter squared, the base area is in centimeter squared, the height will be in centimeter. Do you understand? So, the correct option to that question is option A. Option A is 10 centimeter, option B is 15 centimeter, option C 20 centimeter, option D 25, option E 30 centimeter. The correct option is option A. Do you understand? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Find the gradient of a line joining the points A, negative 5,8 and B, 11, negative 2. We are asked to find the gradient of the line joining the points A, negative 5,8 and B, 11, negative 2. Okay, don't forget that the formula for gradient of a line is this. dy dx, Gradient of a line, M is y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. Are you getting it? So, to solve this question, the first step is to identify your x and y. Are you getting it? On every coordinate, we have coordinates x, y. You understand? In every point, we have x, y. Are you getting it? So, the first x here will be x1, and the second number will be what? y1. The second, for the second point, you're going to have x2 and y2. Do you understand? Okay, having identified your x1, x2, y1, y2, the next step is to substitute. For this, I'm going to have y2. y2 is minus 2. Minus 2 minus y1. y1 is 8. Minus 2 minus 8 all over x2. x2 is 11. 11 minus x1 is what? Minus 5. So I'm going to have minus 5. Okay, the gradient is equals to minus 2 minus 8. That is what? Minus 10. Minus 10 all over 11 minus 5. 11 minus 5 will give you 11 plus 5. 11 plus 5 is 16. So I'm going to have 16 here. So M equals to minus 10 divided by 16. Reduce this fraction to the BRS minimum. We're going to have minus 5 all over 8. Okay, let's check the correct option. The correct option is option B. That is minus 5 over 8. Okay, let's proceed to the next question. If triangle ABC has sides AB equals to 6 centimeter, BC equals to 5 centimeter, and AC equals to 7 centimeter, find cos B. Okay, we have a triangle and they gave us the side. Triangle ABC. AB is 6 centimeter, and BC is what? 5 centimeter, and AC is 7 centimeter. We are looking for cos B. Cos B. Okay, please pay attention. Let us first draw line AB. Line AB, 6 centimeter, right? Now BC, let's call this one AB. BC is 5 centimeters, so it's going to be less than AB. BC. Let's call this point C. This is 5 centimeter. BC is 5 centimeter, and AC is 7 centimeter. 7 centimeter. Okay, we are now looking for cos B. If you want to get, please pay attention. Cos B. This is where B is, you know. Are you getting it? So this is where B is. Now, the side that face B will be represented with small letter. Are you getting it? Now, this is where C is. The side that face C will be represented as small letter C. And this is where A is. The side that face angle A will be represented as small letter A. Do you understand? Here, you are going to make use of cosine rule. Are you getting it? According to cosine rule, A squared, okay, because we are looking for cos B, that means that you are going to use, according to cosine rule, just pay attention, you are going to understand. According to cosine rule is A squared equals to B squared minus plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. Let me help you to understand the rule. The square of the side that you are looking for equals to the sum of the square of the other two sides minus 2 multiplied by the product of the other two sides cos A. This A is the angle that the side that you are looking for, the angle that is faced is the A. Do you understand? So with respect to this, since we are looking for cos B, that means that it is B that you're going to equate to other side. Listen to me carefully. Do you know what you're asked to find is cos B? And this is cos B, and this is B. Are you getting it? This is angle B. The side that B faces is what? Small letter b. So I'm going to have B squared equals to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos B. Do you understand? Okay, B is what? 7. I'm going to have 7 squared equals to A squared. A is 5. I'm going to have 5 squared plus C squared. C is 6 centimeter. I'm going to have 6 squared minus 2 multiplied by 5 times 6 cos B. Are you getting it? Okay, 7 squared is 49. 49 equals to 5 squared. 5 squared is 25. 25 plus 36 minus 2 times 5 times 6 is 30. Minus 2 times 30 is minus 60. I'm going to have minus 60 cos B. Do you understand? Minus 60 cos B, okay? From this point, 49 equals to 25 plus 36. That is what? 61, you know? 61 minus 60 cos B, okay? 49 minus 61 equals to minus 60 cos B. 49 minus 61, that is what? Minus 12. Minus 12 equals to minus 60 cos B. Do you understand? Okay, to get the value of cos B, you are going to divide both by minus 60. This over minus 60, this over minus 60. So cos B is equals to 1 over 5. 1 over 5. Because 12 here, 1. 60 divided by 12 is 5. You understand? And the negative side is going to cancel the negative sign. You understand? So cos B is 1 over 5. Let us check the correct option. The correct option to that question is option A. Option A is correct. 1 over 5. Okay. Now let's look at the next question. 2 points A and B on the equator have longitude 162 degrees east and 74 degrees west, respectively. What is the shortest distance between them? Take pi equals to 22 over 7 and radius, which is r, equals to 6,400 kilometers. Okay, 2 points A and B. 2 points A and B. The longitude of A The longitude of A is 162 degree east, 162 degree east, and that of B is 74 degree west. Okay, please pay attention. Now, if you want to calculate the shortest distance, R equals to 6,400. Now, if you want to calculate the shortest distance, the first step is that you have to calculate the difference in longitude. You understand? You have to calculate the difference in longitude. Now, because the points are in opposite direction, you are going to add the degree together. You understand? So the difference in longitude is equals to, now, because the points they are in opposite direction. This is east and this is west. You are going to add them. 162 degree plus 74 degree. Do you understand? So if you add this together, you're going to have 236 degree. Okay. Having calculated the difference in longitude, since you are looking for the shortest distance, you are going to subtract what you have here from 360 degree. Do you understand? So I'm going to have 360 degree minus 236 degree. Okay, 360 degree minus 236, that is 124 degree. Okay, now the next step is that you are going to convert this degree that you have to radians. You understand? And don't forget that if you want to convert theta in degree to radian, if you want to convert it to radian, you're going to have that is theta pi all over 180 degree. You understand? Theta pi all over 180 degree. This is the formula for converting degree to radians. You understand? So if you want to convert 124 degree to radians, you're going to have 124 degree equals to 124 pi all over 180 degree. Do you understand? 124 degree is equals to, in radians, this is the value of theta in radians. Are you getting it? So now, the shortest distance, please pay attention. This thing is simple, okay? This thing is simple. If you want to learn more on longitude and latitude, you can check the link in the description of this video, okay? Now, the shortest distance, arg, is equals to arg multiplied by theta. You understand? Arg, okay. Let's use big arg. You understand? The big arg multiplied by theta, where the big arg is 6,400. You understand? So I'm going to have S equals to 6,400 kilometer multiplied by, now the theta that you are going to use is the theta in radians. You understand? The theta that you have in radians, that is what you are going to use. So theta is equals to 124 pi all over 180 degree. Do you understand? So S equals to 6,400 multiplied by 124 times 22 over 7 multiplied by, okay, times 1 over 180 degree. Do you understand? Listen, if you are wondering how I got 1 over 180 degree, you know that 22 over 7, listen, 22 over 7 divided by 180 degree. That is the meaning of pi over 180 degree. Do you know? So that will be 22 over 7 times 1 over 180 degree. Okay? So that's how I have this. So the shortest distance is equals to, now you can take their product, this times this times this, you're going to have 1,745,9,200 all over 7 times 180 degree, that is what? 1,260. So the shortest distance is equals to 13,856 kilometers. Okay? Let us check the correct option. The correct option to that question is option C. Option C is close. We have decimal point, don't worry. Option C is the correct option. Okay, option C is 13,856.50 kilometers. Now listen to me carefully. The question is simple. The first step is that just take the difference in longitude, and because they are in different direction, so we're going to add them together. You're going to add the angles together. So I have 162 plus 74 degree. I have 236 degree. Now, because we are looking for the shortest distance, the angle is supposed to be less than 180 degree. So I subtract 360 degree. 236 degree minus 360 degree. So I have 124 degree. I convert 124 degree to radians. Are you getting it? The angle should be in radians. And to convert an angle in radians, you just have to multiply the angle by pi over 180 degree. Are you getting it? So 124 degree in radians is 124 pi all over 180 degree. So it is this angle in radians that I use to calculate the shortest distance. And the formula for the shortest distance is the product of the big R. The big R is the radius of the Earth, and it has been given as 6,400 kilometers. So 6,400 kilometers times the theta in radian, you're going to have this. Do you understand? Okay. Let's look at the next question. The bearing of north 75 degrees west can also be expressed as dash. Okay. North 75 degree west can also be expressed as dash. A 075 degree, B 165 degree, C 225 degree, D 255 degree, E 285 degree. Now listen to me. This one that you see here is known as 2-digit bearing. You understand? You can also have 3-digit bearing. What you are now asked to do is that you are to look for the 3-digit bearing of north 75 degree. Okay, so let us first draw a cardinal point. You have a cardinal point here. This is north, this is south, this is west, and this is east. You understand? North 75 degree east will be somewhat around here because, oh yes, north 75 degree west will be somewhat around here. Do you understand? North 75 degree west. So I'm going to have 75 degree in this place. North 75 degree west. Are you getting it? Now, the equivalent angle, listen to me carefully. The equivalent angle of north 75 degree west will be the sum of angle that comes from this point to this point. Are you getting it? So this is 90, this is 90, this is 90. Now, we need the smallest angle that is here. To get the smallest angle that is here, you know that the sum of angle in this point is what? 90. So if this angle is x, x plus 75 degree will be equals to 90, right? X equals to 90 degree minus 75 degree. X is equals to 15 degree. So the smallest angle here is 15 degree. Are you getting it? So to get the equivalent angle of this, I'm going to have 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 15 degree. Do you understand? That is 270 plus 15 degree. And that is 285 degree. So I'm going to have 285. So let's check the correct option. The correct option to that question is option E. Option E is correct. Do you understand? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. A hunter 1.5 meter tall observes the angle of elevation of a bird on top of a tree to be 60 degrees. If the hunter is 100 meters away from the bird, find the height of the tree correct to 1 decimal place. Okay, I want to pay attention. Let us draw the diagram. This question is coming from a topic known as angle of elevation and depression. And in angle of elevation and depression, it is common to draw the diagram. Okay, now let's say this is the hunter, the height. Okay, let's say this is the hunter. The height of the hunter is 1.5 meter. Okay, now the hunter observed that the angle of elevation of a bird on the top of a tree. So that means we're going to, and we know that the angle of elevation is the angle within the high level and the top. You understand? So that means the angle of elevation of the top of this tree is given as 60 degrees. Okay, so let's call this the tree. This is the tree, and this is the hunter. If the hunter is 100 meters away from the bird, okay, the distance between the bird and the hunter is 100 meters. 100 meters. Okay, this is where the bird is. The bird is on the top of the tree. You understand? This is the height of the hunter. Are you getting it? The hunter observed a bird on a tree. Now, when he observed the bird, if this is his eye level before, when he observed the bird, the eye level changes. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So the angle between the new eye level and the horizontal level is 60 degrees. Do you understand? And the distance between them is what? 100 meters. Now the goal is to calculate the height of the tree. Now, Please pay attention. Do you know that, wait, let us label A, B, C, D, and E. Do you know that line AB is equals to line DC? Are you getting it? And this is equal to what? 1.5 meter. So this is what? 1.5 meter. Are you getting it? So what I need now is that I need this line. If I can get this line, if I had it to 1.5 meter, I can easily get the height of the tree, because the height of the tree is the distance that comes from this point to this point. Are you getting it? So let's represent it as x. To get the value of x, but from triangle ADE, to get the value of x, I'm going to have, this is 100 meter, this is 60 degree, and this is x. Now, this x is opposite, you understand? And the hypotenuse is 100 meters. So what trigonometric ratio are we going to use? Opposite and hypotenuse, that is sine. Are you getting it? So I'm going to have sine 60 degree. Sine 60 degree equals to opposite, which is x, all over hypotenuse, which is 100. Sine 60 degrees is 0.8660. I'm going to have 0.8660 equals to x all over 100. X is equals to 100 multiply 0.8660. X is equals to, okay, point your calculator, 100, I'm coming, 100 times 0.8660. That is 86.6 meter. Okay, so the value of this distance is 86.6 meter. Okay, so the height of the tree will be 1.86.6 meter plus 1.5 meter. Do you understand? Okay, 86.6 meter plus 1.5 meter, that is 88.1 meter. Okay, 88.1 meter. So the correct answer to this question is option B. Option B is correct. Do you understand? Okay, let us proceed to the next question. Find the volume of a cone of radius 6 cm and vertical height 7 cm. Take pi equals to 22/7. Okay, from the question we are given that the radius of the cone is 6 cm. The radius is equals to 6 cm and the height is equals to 7 cm. We are asked to find the volume. Okay, the formula for the volume of a cone is equals to 1/3 pi r square h. Are you getting it? This is the formula that you can use to find the volume of a cone. And since you have been given the height as 7 cm and the radius as 6 cm, all you need now is that, and pi has been given as 22/7. So for this, you're going to have the volume equals to 1/3 times 22/7 times 6 squared. 6 squared is what? 36. So I'm going to have times 36 multiplied by 7. Do you understand? Okay, for this, I'm going to have this 7 will cancel this 7. 3 here, 1. 3 here, that is 12. You understand? So the answer is the product of 12 and 7. I mean 12 and 22. 12 times 22 is 246. So the volume is equals to 246.0 centimeter cube. Okay, so the correct option to that question is option D. Option D is correct. Do you understand? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Calculate the surface area of a sphere with radius 3.5 centimeter. Surface area of a sphere. Now, area of a sphere, okay, let's start with the radius. The radius is what? 3.5 centimeter, and the pi has been given as 22/7. Okay, now listen to me carefully. Anytime you are not given pi in mathematics question, make use of 22/7. You understand? Don't use the approximated value. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't use the approximated value. Let's say for example, this question, you are not given the value of pi. Make use of 22/7. Are you getting it? But if you are given as 3.5, wait, I think there is a mistake in this question. 22 times 12 should be 264, not 246. It's 264, sorry. 264. So the correct option to this is option E. Do you understand? The correct option is option E. I made a mistake while taking the product of this and this. Okay, now then let's proceed with the one that we are solving. So what I'm trying to say is that anytime you are given a question and the question requires you to use pi and you're not given pi as any value in the question, make use of 22/7. Don't use approximated value 3.142. Okay, now let's proceed. For this, the surface area of a sphere is equals to 4 pi r squared. Do you understand? 4 pi r squared. This is the areas of a sphere. So if you want to get the area, that will be 4 times 22/7 times 3.5 squared. Do you understand? Okay, now take the product of the numerator. You're going to have 1078 all over 7. And if you divide this, you're going to have, I'm coming, that is 154, you understand? 154 centimeter squared, okay? Because the radius is in centimeters, so the area will be in centimeter squared. Do you understand? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Find the radius of the parallel of latitude 40° north to the nearest kilometer. Take R equals to 6,400 kilometer. A, 4,113 kilometer. B, 4,902 kilometer. C, 5,370 kilometer. D, 5,469 kilometer. E, 9,402 kilometer. Okay, now please, I want you to pay attention for that question. If you want to solve that question, the first step is that the radius of latitude is given by this formula. Please pay attention. R is equals to R cos theta. You understand? R is equals to R cos theta, where theta is the angle that you are given. Are you getting it? And if you look at the question, we've been given the value of theta. The value of theta is given as 40°. Are you getting it? So for this now, you can just make use of this. R is equals to R has been given as 6,400. Do you understand? This question is coming from a topic known as longitude and latitude. So if you want to learn that topics, you can check the link in the description of this class. So for this now, you're going to have 6,400 multiplied by cos 40°. Yes, cos 40°. So R is equals to 6,400 times cos 40° is 0.766. 0.766. So R is equals to 6,400 times 0.766. That is 4,902.4 kilometer. I'm coming. Yes, 0.4 kilometer. So R is approximately equals to 4,902 kilometers. So the correct option to that question is option B. Option B is correct. Do you understand? The radius of latitude is given by this formula. Are you getting it? So just plug in the value that you are given, and we have given that the radius of parallel to the latitude is given by this formula. You understand? And we are given the angles as 40°. So I just plug in the values and get this. Do you understand? Okay. Let's progress. Let's make progress. Let's consider the diagram that we have on the board. O is the center of the circle. We are asked to find the value of y. A, 53°, B, 106°, C, 127°, D, 233°, E, 307°. Okay, now please pay attention. We are looking for the value of y. Are you getting it? Now, there is a theorem in circle geometry that the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Are you getting it? The angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. And if you know the angle at the circumference, if you multiply it by 2, you are going to get the angle at the center. Are you getting it? So we are going to apply that theorem here. But I want to explain something that is very important. Do you know this triangle comes like this? Like, we have something like this, 127°. 127°. Now, this line that you see here is a straight line. Are you getting it? And the sum of angles on a straight line is what? 180. Are you getting it? So if the sum of angles on a straight line is 180, I can represent this as x. So x plus 127 degree equals to what? 180 degree. Do you understand? So x equals to 180 degree minus 127 degree. Do you understand? 180 minus 127, that is 53. So x equals to 53 degree. Now, so the smallest angle that is here is 53 degree. 53 degree. Are you getting it? So if I want to redraw the circle, if I want to redraw the diagram, I'm going to have something like this. Here, 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 here. Then I'm going to have 53 here. So if I want to get the value of y, I'm going to apply that theorem that says that the angle at the circumference is half of angle at the center. So the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. The angle that lies on the circumference here is what? 53 degrees. So y equals to 2 multiplied by 53 degree. Do you understand? So the value of y equals to 106 degree. Okay, 106 degree. That is the value of y. Now let's check the correct option to that question. Option A is 53 degree. Option B is 106. So the correct option is option B. Option B is the correct option, 106 degree. Do you understand? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. The next question also contains diagram. We are given this triangle. Okay, this side is x. This is 8 centimeter. This is 6 centimeter. We have 9 centimeter here. We have A, B, and C. Then we are asked to find the value of x in this triangle. Okay, why this line and this line are parallel to each other. Now, please pay attention. You've learned similar triangle, right? So for this now, the sum of, to get the value of x, the sum of this length, please pay attention, the sum of this length all over this length must be equal to the sum of this length all over this length. Are you getting it? That is x, okay, let's do it step by step. 8 over x plus 8 is equals to, 6 over 9 plus 6. Do you understand what I'm doing? That is, the sum of all this length, x plus 8 centimeter, is equals to the sum of this length and this length as well. Do you understand? So for this, I'm going to have 8 all over x plus 8. Okay, let's cross multiply directly. 8 all over x plus 8 is equals to 6 all over 15, right? So if you take the cross product, you're going to have 15 times 8, that is 90. 6 times x plus 8 equals to 15 times 8, that is 120. So I'm going to have 120 in this place. Divide both by 6, this over 6 and this over 6. I'm going to have x plus 8 equals to 20. So x equals to 20 minus 8. X equals to 16. Okay, so the value of x is 16 centimeter. Oh, so 20 minus 8, that is 12 centimeter. Do you understand? So the value of x is 12 centimeter. 12 centimeter. Let us look at the correct option. The correct option to that question is option C is correct. That is 12 centimeter. Option C. Option C is correct. Okay, so let us make progress. Okay, we are asked to find the value of y in the diagram. Okay, the sum of the exterior angles of a polygon is 360, and if you look at the this angle, you will discover that they are exterior angles of the polygon. So all you have to do is that just sum all the angles, sum them together and equate them to 360 degree. Are you getting it? The sum of the exterior angle of a polygon is equals to 360. Okay, so for this, I'm going to have 4y plus 4y plus 5y plus 2y plus 3y equals to 360. Do you understand? 4y plus 4y is 8y. 8y plus 3y, that is 13y. 13y plus 2, 15y. 15y plus 3y, that is 18y. So I'm going to have 18y equals to 360. To get the value of y, divide both by 18. So y equals to 20. Okay, let's check the correct option. The first option is 15 degree, option B 18 degree, option C 20 degree, option D 24, while option E 30. The correct option is option C. Option C is correct, okay? Now let's look at the next question. In a circle of radius 10 cm, find the distance of a chord of length 16 cm from the center of the circle. Okay, please pay attention. The radius of the circle has been given as 10 cm, r equals to 10 cm. Find the distance of a chord. The length of the chord, you can see now, the length of the chord is equals to 16 cm. So if I want to draw the diagram, the diagram is going to look like this. This is the circle, are you getting it? This is the radius, this is the chord, are you getting it? So the radius is 10 cm. This will also be what? 10 cm. So you are looking for the distance of the chord from the center of the circle. So if the chord is here, the distance will be somewhat here. Are you getting it? So if you want the length of the chord has been given as 16 cm. So how do you determine the distance between the center of the center of the circle from the chord? How do you determine this distance? Now, if you draw a triangle, let's bring out the triangle. You see, if the total length here is 16 cm, and this is 10 cm, you know, if I cut the line into half, this will be what? 8, and this will be 8. You understand? This will be 8 cm, and this will also be what? 8 cm. So if I want to get this distance, I can make use of Pythagoras theorem. Do you understand? If you didn't understand, listen to the explanation again. We are given that in a circle, the radius is 10 cm. Are you getting it? And we are asked to find the distance of the chord of length 16 cm from the center of the circle. So the chord is here. The distance of the chord from the center of the circle is what you are looking for. And since we've been given that the length of the chord is 16 cm, I bring out this triangle. I bring it out. So if the line comes, the distance of the chord from the center of the circle, I represent it as this line. You understand? And if the line cuts the chord into two equal parts, and because the chord is 16 cm, half of it will be 8 cm. Are you getting it? So I can use Pythagoras theorem to solve for the distance, because I'm going to have something like this. This is 8 cm. This is 10 cm. And we are looking for this. Do you understand? So using Pythagoras theorem, this is the opposite side, you know. This is the hypotenuse side. So the opposite side will be equals to the difference of the square of the hypotenuse, which is what? 10 squared minus 8 squared. Do you understand? According to Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse squared is equals to opposite squared plus adjacent squared. Do you understand? So for this now, the opposite is what you are looking for. Opposite squared will be equals to hypotenuse squared minus adjacent squared. Do you understand? Okay, so I just interchange this. So x squared, which is the opposite, is equals to 10 squared is 100, 100 minus 64. Do you understand? So for this, I'm going to have x squared is equals to 100. Oh, 100 minus 64 is 36. So I'm going to have 36 here. Do you get it? So x is equals to square root of 36 equals to what? 6 centimeters. So the distance of the chord from the center of the circle is 6 centimeters. Let us check the option that is correct. The first option is 2 centimeters, option B 3 centimeters, option C 6 centimeters, option D 8 centimeters, while option E 12 centimeters. The correct option is option C is correct. That is 6 centimeters. Option C is correct. Okay, let's progress. If the bearing of R from S is 58 degrees, what is the bearing of S from R? Okay, this one is coming on the topic known as bearing. And if you want to learn more on bearing, I've done series of questions that can help you. Just check the link in the description of this class. You're going to find as many questions as you can practice on bearing, okay? Now, we are given that the bearing of R from S is 58 degrees. Do you know the meaning of that statement? That is, the direction of bearing of R from S is 58 degrees. That means that the direction of S with respect to, the direction of R with respect to S is 58 degrees. You know, in bearing, you're trying to measure the distance between the direction between 2 points, and this direction is measured in degree. You understand? So in the question, you are given that the bearing of arc from S, that is the direction of arc from S, is 58 degrees. So if I want to draw the diagram, I'm going to have something like this. Let's draw the cardinal point first. S is here. The direction of arc from S. So arc is going to be here. The angle is what? 58 degree. 58 degree. Do you understand it now? So now you are asked to find the bearing of S from arc. Do you know the meaning? That is, in which direction is S from arc? So if you want to get that one, you are going to, and because bearing is measured in degree from the North Pole, you understand? We are measuring bearing from the North Pole. So it will be the angle that comes from this point to the line that goes from arc to S. Are you getting it? The direction of S from arc will be the angle that comes from the North Pole to the line that goes from arc to S. You understand? So we are stopping here. For this angle that you see here, okay, this place is 90. This is also 90. Now I need the smallest angle to get the bearing of S from arc. And if you know, there is a properties in plane geometry, alternate angle are equal. You understand? So this 58 degree is alternate to this angle. So this will also be what? 58 degree. Do you understand? Alternate angle are equal. So the direction of direction of S, or the bearing of S from arc will be 90 degree plus 90 degree plus 58 degree. 90 degree plus 90 degree plus 58 degree. So that will be 180 plus 58 degree. That is 238 to 38 degree. Okay. So the correct option to that question is option D. Option D is correct. Do you understand? Option D is correct. You see, it's simple. Bearing, one of the most simplest topic in mathematics is bearing. So you didn't have any problem with that. And if you have a problem with that, you can check the link in the description of this class. Okay, let us make progress. Okay, let's consider the question that we have on the board. We are asked to find the value of y in the figure. Now, how do we get the value of y? We have 144. You see, I just bring out this part. You understand? I bring out this part. Let me label this A, B, C, and D. You understand? So I bring out D, A, B, and C. You understand? So you know the sum of angles on a straight line is what? 180 degrees. So let us represent this as x. So x plus 144 degree equals to 180 degree. Do you understand? Now x equals to 180 degree minus 144 degree. Are you getting it? Okay. X is equals to 36 degree because 180 minus 144 will give you 36. Are you getting it? Okay. Having done that, that means that this angle that is here is what? 36 degree. Please pay attention. From triangle ABC, this is triangle ABC. Triangle ABC. ABC. Hello? This angle is 36 degree. And this angle, they put something like this. Do you know the meaning of this? The meaning of this is that the base angle are equal. Do you understand? The base angle are equal. That is the angle that is at the base of this triangle. This angle and this angle, they are equal. Are you getting it? So if this is 36 degree, hello? If this is 36 degree, if this angle is equals to this angle, if this angle is y, this will also be what? Will be y. Because this triangle is an isosceles triangle. Do you understand? So, and the sum of angles in the triangle is what? 180 degrees. So, for this, I'm going to have y plus 36 degree equals to 180 degree. 180 degree. Okay, 2y equals to 180 minus 36 degree. Do you understand? So 2y equals to 144 degree. To get the value of y divided by 2, y equals to 72 degree. 72 degree. Now listen to me carefully. Please pay attention. You see, you can get the value of y in two ways. This method is the first approach. You understand? Another method that you can use is this. You know that the exterior angle of a triangle is equals to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. You understand? The exterior angles of a triangle, that is the angle that is here, is equals to sum of this angle and this angle. So if I want to bring out the triangle, I'm going to have something like this. This angle that is here is equals to the sum of this and this. So if this angle is y and this is y, and I know that this angle is 144 degrees, I'm going to have y plus y equals to what? 144 degrees. The theorem that guides this is that the exterior angle of a triangle is equals to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So 2y is equals to 144 degrees. To get the value of y, divide both by 2, y equals to 72 degrees. Do you understand? Okay. So that is the solution to that question. Let us make progress. If the mean of the number 10, 14x, 11, 13 is x, find the value of x, okay? The mean of the numbers 10, 14, x, 11, 13 is x. The mean of these numbers is x. We are asked to find the value of x. A 15, B 14, C 13, D 12, E 10. Now, don't forget that mean is the summation of all the number all over the count of all the number. You understand? Mean of this data, mean is equals to summation x all over n, where n is the total numbers of elements that is present in the data set and x is their sum. Do you understand? So the mean is x. So I'm going to have x equals to summation x, that is summation of all the numbers. I'm going to have 10 plus 14 plus x plus 11 plus 13 all over n. N is 5 because the total number is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're having 5 here. Do you understand? So from this point, you cross multiply. 5 times x is 5x. 5x equals to 10 plus 14. That is what? 24. Are you getting it? 24 plus 11. That is 30. 24 plus 11. That is 35. 35 plus 13. That is 48. So I'm going to have 48 plus x. Don't forget we have x here. Plus x. So collect like times 5x minus x equals to 48. 4x equals to 48. To get the value of x, you divide by 4. This over 4 and this over 4. X is equals to 12. Do you understand? So the value of x is 12. Now let us check the correct option. The first option is 15. Second option is 14. Option C is 13. Option D is 12. So the correct option to that question is option D, which is 12. Okay, let us progress. The probability of a student passing an examination is 2 over 3. If 3 students write the examination, what is the probability that they all pass? Okay, correct to 2 decimal places. The probability that a student passed the examination is 2 over 3. A student, the probability of a student, the probability of a single student equals to 2 over 3. Now we are asked to find the probability of 3 students passing the examination. The probability of 3 students will be 2 over 3 times 2 over 3 times 2 over 3. Do you understand? So 2 over 3, 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. 8 over 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3, 27. So I'm coming. 8 over 27. 8 over 27, yes, correct. So 8 divided by 27, that is 0.96. You understand? 0.96. Now, we are asked to approximate to 2 decimal places. So we're going to approximate this 6. If you approximate 6, you're going to, oh, sorry, it is 296, sorry, 0.29296, okay? Now, we are asked to leave our answer in 2 decimal places. So I'm going to approximate the 6. So to 2 decimal places, the answer is 0.30. 0.30, that is the answer to 2 decimal places. Now, sorry if you cannot see my writing. I hope you can see. Yeah. So approximately, the probability that 3 students will pass the examination is 0.30. The correct option to that question is option B. Option B is correct. For this one, option B is correct. Okay. So let us make progress. This table is the result of 3 groups of students who cast their votes on a proposal. If a student is chosen at random, what is the probability that the student is against the proposal? Okay, we are asked to find the probability that a student is against the proposal. The probability will be equals to the numbers of students. Please pay attention. Numbers of students that is against all over the total numbers of students. Do you understand? Total numbers of students. Numbers of students that is against the proposal all over the total numbers of students. So the probability will be equals to numbers of students that is against the proposal. 5 plus 7 plus 3, that is 15. I'm going to have 15 all over the total numbers of students. Now, that will be the sum of this number. 6 plus 4, that is 10, right? 10 plus 10, that is 20. 20 is favor. Now, for this, I'm going to have 5 plus 7 plus 3, that is 15. So, 20 plus 15 all over 20 plus 15, okay? So, the probability here will be 15 all over 35. Are you getting it? So, you can reduce it to the lowest form. You're going to have 3 all over 7. So, the correct option to this question is option B. Option B is correct. The probability of student that is that a student is against the proposal will be the total numbers of students that is against it all over the total numbers of students, both against and both in favor. You understand? So the numbers of people that is against the proposal is 15, and the total numbers of students is the sum of all this and this. So that is 35. 15 divided by 35 is 3 over 7. Okay. So let us make progress. Okay. We are asked to calculate the mean of the frequency distribution table. Okay. Don't forget that mean is equals to summation fx all over summation f. You understand? So this is the formula for mean of frequency distribution table. So we need to prepare the table. We need to prepare the table. Okay. Let's this represent the class interval. You understand? The class interval. This is the frequency. Are you getting it? Now we need x. X is the midpoint of the class interval. You understand? Please pay attention. The first class interval is what? 0 to 4. 0 to 4. The next is 5 to 9. The next is 10 to 14. The next is 15 to 19. Do you know? Now the frequency are 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now to get the value of x for each class interval, you have to sum the upper class interval and the lower class interval, then divide it by 2. By so doing, you have already gotten the midpoint. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have 0 plus 4 divided by 2. That is 2, right? So I'm going to have 2 here. Are you getting it? 5 plus 9 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So this will be 7. 10 plus 14, that is 24. 24 divided by 2. 24 divided by 2, that is 12. I'm going to have 12 here. 15 plus 19, that is 34. 34 divided by 2, that is 17. So I'm going to have 17 here. Okay, from this formula, I still need to take the product of f and x. Are you getting it? You need the product of fx. Fx simply means the product of f and x. So we are going to have another table. Okay, let me erase this. Let's erase this. Okay. So fx simply means the frequency multiplied by the values of x. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have 4 times 2, that is 8. 5 times 7, 35. Are you getting it? Then 12. Okay, 12 times 6, that is 72. Okay. 7 times 17, that is 119. Okay. So since the formula for mean is summation fx all over summation f, you know. So the mean equals to, we need the summation of all these values. You understand? So 8 plus 35 plus 72 plus 119, that is 234. So 234 here. Now we still need to sum all the frequency, because the formula, you see, immediately you remember the formula, it will tell you what you're going to have on the table. You understand? So for this, we need the summation of f. Summation f simply means add all this together, and the sum of all of them is that is 22. So here will be 22. So the mean equals to 234 all over 22. So mean equals to 234 divided by 22. That is 10.6. 10.6. Okay, let us look at the correct option to that question. Option A is 7.6, option B 8.6, option C 10.6, option D 12.0, option E 17.0. The correct option is option C, which is 10.6. Do you understand? Option C is correct. Okay, so let us make progress. A bag contains 3 yellow and 2 red balls. If 2 balls are picked at random, one after the other without replacement, what is the probability of picking 2 balls of different color? Okay, that is question 53. The bag contains 3 yellow balls, so the numbers of yellow ball is 3, while the numbers of red ball is 2. Okay, if 2 balls are picked at random, please pay attention, one after the other without replacement. Let's first calculate the total numbers of ball that is present inside the bag. Total numbers of ball will be 3 plus 2. That is equals to 5. Okay. Now let us get the probability of picking a yellow ball first, then a white ball. Are you getting it? Please pay attention. The first step is that you first have to determine the total numbers of ball, which is what? The sum of the yellow ball and the red ball. Are you getting it? If you don't understand, pay attention again. The total numbers of ball that is present in the bags is 5. Do you understand? So we want to calculate the probability of picking a yellow ball first, followed by a red ball. Are you getting it? So let us calculate the probability of yellow first. The probability of picking a yellow ball will be total numbers of yellow ball that is present inside the bag, which is 3, all over the total numbers of ball, which is 5. Are you getting it? Total numbers of yellow ball all over the total numbers of ball that is present inside the bag. Now, please pay attention. Then, let us calculate the probability of picking a red ball. Now, when a ball is picked, it is without replacement. Are you getting it? You know, in the question, we are told that if 2 balls are picked without replacement, one after the other. So, we want to first get the probability of picking a yellow ball, then a red ball. Are you getting it? Now, if that is the case, the probability of picking a yellow ball will be the total numbers of yellow ball that is present inside the bag all over the total numbers of ball. Numbers of yellow ball inside the bag is 3. So I'm going to have 3 all over the total numbers of ball, which is 5. Now, after the yellow ball is being picked, at the second round, at the second pick, the ball has been reduced to what? Will be reduced to 4. Are you getting it? Because a yellow ball has been picked now. Do you understand? If you understand, listen to the explanation again. When the first ball is picked, which is yellow, the total numbers of ball inside the bag is reduced to 4, right? So the probability of picking a red ball will be 2, which is the numbers of red ball, all over 4. That is what? 1 over 2. Do you understand? Okay. So the probability, please pay attention, the probability of picking a yellow ball, then a red ball will be equals to 3 over 5 multiplied by 1 over 2. That is what? 3 over 10. That is the first step. Are you getting it? So now we are still going to do the same. You see, this one that we did is for the probability of yellow ball first. You understand? The probability of picking at first pick, we pick a yellow ball. At the second pick, we pick a red ball. Now we are still going to do the same for the probability of picking a red ball first as the first pick and the yellow ball as the second pick. You understand? So for this, the probability of picking a red ball will be the total numbers of red ball that is present inside the bag, which is 2. I'm going to have 2 all over the total numbers of ball inside the bag. That is 2 over 5. Are you getting it? Now, the probability of picking a yellow ball as the second, that will be the total numbers of yellow ball that is present inside the bag, which is 3. Now, because a red ball has been picked, the numbers of ball will be reduced to 4. You understand? the total numbers of ball that is present inside the bag will be reduced to 4. So I'm going to have 3 over 4. Do you get it? So the probability of picking a red ball first, then and yellow ball as second will be equals to 2 over 5 multiplied by 3 over 4. Do you understand? And this will give me 2 times 3 is 6, 6 over 20. Do you understand? So the probability that we are asked to calculate, the probability of picking 2 balls one after the other without replacement will be, the probability of picking 2 balls one after the other without replacement will be 3 over 10 plus 6 over 20. 6 over 20. Okay, let us reduce this. 6 over 20 can be reduced to 3 over 3 over 10. You understand? So 3 over 10, 3 over 10 plus 3 over 10. Do you know what I did? I just reduced 6 over 20 to this. 6 divided by 2 will give me 3. 20 divided by 2 will give me 10. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have 3 over 10 plus 3 over 10. That is what? 6 over 10, right? So for this, I'm going to have 3 over 5. The correct answer is 3 over 5. Do you understand the solution? If you didn't understand, just pay attention to the explanation again, okay? It's simple. Let's look at the correct option. The correct option to that question is option C is correct. You understand? You see, probability is an important concept in mathematics, and over the years, it has been repeated in YA questions, so you cannot escape it. Make sure you master it, okay? Now, let's proceed to the next question. We are asked to calculate the variance of the following data: 2, 3, 5, and 6. Calculate the variance of the data 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, variance is equals to summation x minus x bar squared all over n. Are you getting it? So let us prepare our table. X are the samples that we are given. Are you getting it? X are the data that we are given. So I'm going to have x. The x are 2, 3, 5, and 6. Do you understand? So now I need x bar. X bar is the mean of the samples. The mean of the data that you are given is the x bar. So I'm going to have x bar is equals to summation, sum all the numbers together. That is 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6 all over 4, right? So x bar is equals to 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 divided by 4, that is 4, okay? So x bar is 4. So let us get x minus x bar. X minus x bar will be 2 minus 4, that is minus 2. Are you getting it? 3 minus 4, that is minus 1. 5 minus 4, that is 1. 6 minus 4, that is 2. Okay? Okay, let me put the absolute value sign. Are you getting it? The meaning of this is absolute value. Are you getting it? That is, you are asked to just pay attention. X minus x bar. Now, the meaning of what I'm trying to say here is you are going to ignore the signs. You understand? Take the absolute value of 2 and absolute value of negative 2. You're going to have 2. Absolute value of negative 1, that is 1. Absolute value of 1, 1. Absolute value of 2, 2. So let us square it. Let us square this. X minus x bar squared. The absolute value squared. Now, 2 squared is 4. 1 squared is 1, 1, and 4. Okay? So let us sum it together because this sign means summation. I'm going to have 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. You understand? So, with respect to what you have here, you cannot determine the variance because the variance is equal to the sum of this, which is 10 all over n. N is the total numbers of sample that is present. And the total numbers of sample that you are given is what? In the data set is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to have 10 over 4. 10 divided by 4 is 2 number 1 over 2. You understand? Abi? Or 5 over 2 or 2.5. You understand? The correct option to that question is option C. Option C is correct. Do you understand? That is 3. Oh. The correct option to that question is option B. Option B is correct. Option B is the correct option. Do you understand? Okay, let us make progress. Find the range of the following data. We have 23, 72, 51, 61, 42, 34, 22, and 52. Okay, don't forget that range is given by this formula. Range is given by this formula. Range is equals to the maximum value among the data set. The maximum value among the data set minus the minimum value. Do you understand? So now the first step is that you have to identify the maximum value or the maximum number among these data. You can see that the maximum number is 72. You understand? So I'm going to have 72 minus the minimum value. The minimum number is the minimum value. So what is the minimum number in this place? That is 22. Okay. So the range of this data is 50. Do you understand it? Okay. So let us proceed to the next question. For the next question, we are asked to calculate the standard deviation of the following set of number: 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 2. We are looking for the standard deviation. Don't forget that standard deviation is equals to the square root of variance. Are you getting it? So if you can get the variance of this data, we can easily take the square root to get the standard deviation. Do you understand? And that's what I'm going to do now. So just pay attention. You know that I've already taught you how to calculate variance, because the same question comes out in question number 52. Do you understand? So question number 54, that is also on variance. So the same thing that we did back then, we are still going to do it. Do you understand? So let us prepare our table. Since we know that formula for variance is equals to summation, okay, summation x minus x bar squared. Do you understand? All over summation n. All over n. Are you getting it? The variance of an ungrouped data, you understand, is given by this formula. So the first step is to calculate the mean. The mean is the sum of all the numbers all over the count of all. You understand? So I'm going to sum 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, and 2. 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2. You understand? All over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All over 6. Do you understand? That is, I take the summation of this, and this. Are you getting it? Do you understand? All over the total count of all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you understand? We are going to have the mean equals to 36 all over 6, and that is 6. So x bar is 6. So we can prepare our table. We are going to have x minus x bar. Are you getting it? So x minus x bar, the absolute value, then x minus x bar, the absolute value squared. Do you understand? So the x are the samples that were given in the question. Do you understand? So, and we have 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, and 2. Okay. Then x minus x bar, the correspond each value of x that you have here minus, each values of x minus the mean that you get. I'm going to have 9 minus 6. I'm going to have 3. 8 minus 6, that is 2. 7 minus 6, that is 1. 6 minus 6, that is 0. 4 minus 6, that is minus 2. Minus 2. Then 2 minus 6, that is minus 4. Do you understand? So let us take the absolute value. The absolute value simply means ignoring the signs. You understand? You have to ignore the signs. So for this, I'm going to have 3, 2, 1, 0, 2, and 4. Are you getting it? So now we have to take the square of this of these values. 3 squared is 9, 2 squared is 4, 1, 0, 4, and 16. Do you understand? Okay. Now, from the formula, we need the summation of all these. You understand? We need the summation. And if you take their sum, you're going to have 34. I'm coming. If you take the summation of all these values, you're going to have 34. 34. Do you understand? So we can easily calculate the variance now. Variance is equals to summation of all these, which is 34, 34 all over n. N is what? N is 6. So 34 divided by 6, that is 5.67. 5.67. Now, don't forget that standard deviation is the square root of variance. So the standard deviation that we need equals to the square root of 5.67. So the standard deviation equals to, if you take the square root of 5.67, that is 2.38. 2.38. So the correct option to that question is option A. Do you understand? Option A is correct. Okay, so let us make progress. Okay, let's consider the table that we have on the board. We are asked to find the median of the frequency distribution. Now, please pay attention. The median of frequency distribution is the point whereby summation f is greater than or equals to n over 2 or n plus 1 all over 2. Okay, please pay attention. I'm going to explain. The median of frequency distribution is the point whereby summation f is greater than or equals to n over 2 or n plus 1 over 2. We make use of n plus 1 over 2 if the frequency that you are given to us, if the summation of the frequency is odd. We are going to make use of this formula. Are you getting it? But if the frequency is even, we are going to use this. So in short, what I'm trying to say is that the median of frequency distribution for frequency that is even, if the summation of the frequency, listen to me, if the summation of the frequency is even, the median will be where summation f is greater than or equals to n over 2. And if the frequency is odd, if the summation of the frequency is odd, it will be where summation f is greater than or equals to n plus 1 all over 2. Are you getting it? So let us proceed. With respect to the question that we have on the board, let us calculate the median. To get the median of this distribution, the first step is to take the sum of all the frequency. Are you getting it? N is the sum of all the frequency. So for this, I'm going to have 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3, the frequency is the numbers of students. You understand? This is the frequency. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 1, that is what? 11. 11 plus 2, that is 13. You understand? So because the frequency is odd, I'm going to use this. And that is 13 plus 1 all over 2. 13 plus 1 over 2 is 13 plus 1 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So the median would be where summation f is greater than or equals to 7. Do you understand? So that is it. If the frequency is even, you understand? Let's say by the time I sum all these numbers together, I got maybe 10. I'm going to use this. Do you understand? So let us look. We are going to sum the frequency from the left hand side or the right hand side. Are you getting it? Don't forget that I told you the frequency are the students. Do you understand? So let us look at where summation f is greater than or equals to 7. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 5, that is 10. So at this point, summation f is 10. So you can see that 10 is greater than 7. So the median is 21. Do you understand? If you don't understand, listen to the explanation again. What I'm trying to say is that, I gave you this formula. The formula, okay, I gave you this condition. I brought out this condition. The condition to finding the median of frequency distribution is this. It is where summation of the frequency is greater than or equals to n plus 1 all over 2 if the sum of the frequency is odd. When I sum this together, I got 13. 13 is an odd number, so I'm going to make use of 13 plus 1 all over 2. 13 plus 1 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So the median is where the summation of the frequency is greater than or equals to 7. So I start the sum of the frequency from the left hand side. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. So at this point, we have 10. That means that 10 is greater than 7. Hence, the median age is 21. Do you understand? If you also did it, if you do the summation from the right hand side, you're going to have 2 plus 1, that is 3. 3 plus 5, that is 8. You can see that 8 is greater than 7 at this point. Hence, the median age is 21. Do you understand? So the correct option to that question is option C. Option C is correct. Do you understand? Okay, let us progress. Evaluate 3 integral of 3x to the power of negative 4 dx. Evaluate integral of 3x to the power of negative 4 dx. Okay, look at this beautiful question on the board. Don't forget that if you are asked to evaluate ax raised to the power of n, the evaluation will be ax raised to the power of n plus 1 all over n plus 1. Do you understand? Then you are going to add the arbitrary constant term. So the same thing you are going to approach here. Integral of 3x raised to the power of negative 4 will be 3x raised to the power of negative 4 plus 1 all over negative 4 plus 1. That is, you are going to add 1 to the power and you are going to divide the equation by the power. You understand? You are going to add 1 to the power, you are going to divide the equation by the power. Add 1 to the power, divide by the power. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have 3x. Please listen. Okay, let's do it step by step. 3x raised to the power of negative 3 because minus 4 plus 1 is what? Minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3 all over minus 3. Are you getting it? So for this, I'm going to have this minus 3 divided by this. I'm going to have minus x raised to the power of minus 3. Do you understand? And you can change it to fraction. That will be what? Minus 1 all over x raised to the power of 3. So let us look at the correct option to that question. Don't forget the constant. Plus c, then plus c. Are you getting it? If you didn't add, listen to me carefully. This one is called, this type of integration is called indefinite integral. Do you understand? So it is very important that you put the constant sign. Are you getting it? So, okay, let me put the negative sign. Minus 1 over x raised to the power of 3. So, I'm coming. I'm just checking the correct option. Option A, we have 3x to the power of negative 5, you know. Option B, the correct option is option C. Option C is negative 1 all over x to the power of 3 plus c. Do you understand? If you want to learn more on integration, you can check the link in the description of this video, okay? So the correct option is option C. That is negative 1 all over x to the power of 3 plus c. Option C is correct, okay? So let us progress. Differentiate 3x minus 2 to the power of 2 with respect to x. Okay, the first step is that let y equals to 3x minus 2 raised to the power of 2. Do you understand? Now listen to me carefully. You can differentiate this using a rule known as chain rule. You understand? Chain rule. Chain rule. Chain rule. And you can also use another rule known as power rule. Power rule or polynomial rule. Power rule or polynomial rule. You understand? So you can use any of the two methods, but I'm going to make use of the two methods. So master any of the method. But for this type of question, a more excellent way to do it is to use chain rule. You understand? Because for power rule or polynomial rule, you have to expand. You understand? We have to expand. So okay. For chain rule, please pay attention. I want to use chain rule. Chain rule. For chain rule, if y equals to 3x minus 2 raised to the power of 2, let u equals to the function inside the bracket. You understand? Let u equals to a function inside the bracket. The function inside the bracket is what? 3x minus 2. So I'm going to have u equals to 3x minus 2. Then differentiate it. The u with respect to x equals to what? Equals to 3, right? Now, since u equals to 3x minus 2, y will be equals to u raised to the power of 2. Do you understand? And then dy all over du will be equals to 2u because, don't worry, if you want to learn more on differentiation, check the link in the description of this class, okay? If you are not, you see, listen to me. If you didn't understand this topic before, you might be, what I'm doing might be strange to you, you understand? So just check the link in the description of this class. You always find there are many classes that I've done on it. So master it, okay? Now for this, dy du equals to 2u. Hence dy all over dx equals to dy du multiplied by du dx. You understand? Dy dx equals to dy du multiplied by du dx. So I'm going to have 3 multiplied by 2u, right? I hope you are following. I hope you are following, okay? Now, having gotten to this point, don't forget that u is what? U is 3x minus 2. So, dy all over dx is equals to 3 times 2 multiplied by u is 3x minus 2. So, that will be, let me put it here. 3 times, okay, let's open the bracket. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 3x, that is 18x. 18x. Okay, I'm coming. I want to see if it's okay. So dy dx, dy over dx is equals to 18x minus 12. That is the answer. 3 times 2 is 6, right? Use 6 to open all the brackets. 6 times 3x is 18x. Then 6 times negative 2. That will give us negative 12. Do you understand? Okay, this method that you see here is called chain rule. Now let us use the second, which is power rule. Okay, or polynomial rule. You understand? Polynomial rule. Polynomial rule. Okay, now for polynomial rule, it's quite simple, but you just have to deal with expansion, because y equals to 3x minus 2 raised to the power of 2 now. Y equals to 3x minus 2 multiplied by 3x minus 2, right? I'm just expanding. Y equals to 3x times 3x, that is 9x, 9x squared, 9x squared. 3x times negative 2, that is what? Minus 6x. Minus 2 times 3x, that is what? Minus 6x. Minus 2 times minus 2, that is what? Plus 4, right? Y equals to 9x squared minus 12x plus 4, okay? And according to rule of differentiation, if you have y equals to ax raised to the power of n, dy all over dx will be equals to nax raised to the power of n minus 1. That is, the power is going to multiply the coefficient and the power is going to reduce by 1. Do you understand? So, for 9x squared now, for 9x squared, we are going to differentiate each term, you understand, individually. So, I'm going to have dy all over dx is equals to, now differentiate 9x squared with respect to the formula that I wrote here. 9x squared will be 2 times 9, that is 18. 18. Now, because the power is going to reduce by 1, 18x raised to the power of 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So, x to the power of 1 is x. So, I'm going to have 18x minus, minus, let me change the marker. I'm calling. 18x minus, now, let us differentiate negative 12x. If you differentiate 12x, you're going to have 12. Because 12x, you're going to have 1 times 12, x raised to the power of 1 minus 1. That is 1 times 12 is 12. X to the power of 1 minus 1, that is x raised to the power of 0. And if you raise x to the power of 0, you're going to have 1. 12 times 1 is what? 12. So I have 12 here. If you differentiate a constant, you're going to have 0. Do you understand? That is why every time we integrate, especially for indefinite integral, you always add constants. You understand? So the final answer is 18x minus 12, just like what we have here. Do you understand? Okay, for the next question, we have y equals to x to the power of 2 minus 1 over x. We have to find dy dx at x equals to 1. Okay, now this one is simple. All you have to do is that differentiate the function. When you are done differentiating the function, what you have, substitute the value of x as 1. Then you are go. And you are going to have a particular number. That number is the solution to that question. Do you understand? What I'm trying to say is that if you are to look for dy dx at x equals to 1, given this function, differentiate the function. When you are done doing that, substitute the value of x as 1. The value that you have is the answer to the question. So for this, we are going to have, if y equals to x raised to the power of 2 minus 1 over x. Don't forget that 1 over x can be written as what? X raised to the power of negative 1. Do you understand? So y equals to x to the power of 2 minus x raised to the power of negative 1. Are you getting it? Y equals to, okay, let us differentiate dy dx. Dy over dx equals to 2x minus 1 times x raised to the power of minus 1 minus 1. Do you understand? So dy all over dx is equals to 2x. Are you getting it? Minus 1 times minus 1, that is what? Plus x raised to the power of minus 2. Do you understand? So dy all over dx is equals to 2x plus plus 1 over x to the power of 2. Because x to the power of negative 2 is equals to 1 over x squared. Do you understand? So, having gotten to this point, don't forget that x equals to 1. If x equals to 1, we are going to have dy all over dx equals to, now, we are going to replace x as 1 here. 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1 all over 1 raised to the power of 2. So, dy all over dx is equals to 2 plus 1, and dy over dx equals to 2 plus 1 is 3. Do you understand? Okay, let us look at the correct option. Let's look at the correct option to that question. Option A, we have negative 3. Option B, negative 2. Option C, negative 1. Option D, 2. Option E, 3. The correct option to this question is option E, which is 3. Do you understand? So we've come to the end of NECO 2025 Mathematics Objective Solution. Okay, to watch the solution to the theory aspect, kindly check the link in the description of this video. And also, if you want to watch the complete class, both objective and theory, you will also find the link in the description of this video, okay? And before you go, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I wish you success in your forthcoming exam. See you in the next class.